Hello and welcome to the Hat Film stream.
Hi.
You're joining us now live from the studio here, which is not my bedroom. It's just a room, an untitled room.
Yeah, but if you got like some eggshells like on the wall,
I don't have
and
any. Okay, should I get this?
maybe like a phone mic and some USBs.
Yeah.
You're in a studio.
Oh my god.
You
In
sat
a
at a
way,
desk right now?
I am, and there is
Studio.
some studio gear near me. In fact, there's a piano over there. I'm going to roll over to it. Let's start the first song.
Okay.
Welcome. We're going to do some Rocket League today rather than the just constant Red Dead we've been doing lately. We'll give you a little break.
Yeah.
Someone's saying they can't hear me. Ross mic very low. How about now? Is that louder? Ross mice volume.
Ross is up setting mice volume.
Setting
Have you got your mice?
I'm going to
Change
boost
it to elephant.
manually.
Change it to elephant.
Elephant volume. Give me. Is that better? It's a bit better. Okay. Sorry, it was a little bit low on there. I think it's because I used the same dial for my personal volume, and sometimes I just don't like hearing myself. You know?
Yeah.
So you just go.
Yeah, fuck myself.
Why I have to repeat myself?
Turn that
you guys.
fucker all the way down. Yeah.
Piece of shit.
But yeah, we're going to work on some Rocket League. So yeah.
Just a warm up. We
warm
might
up.
switch to something else.
Just looking for a game to capture.
Just gonna see how
Is that what? That's not
did it go. So we recorded a lot recently, so we're okay for that. So we're just gonna chat out with you guys today, and
we're just gonna bloody stay with you.
Just stop worrying about it.
Calm down.
Okay, calm the fuck down.
Take that chill pill.
The chat's getting Larry now.
It's a real chill pill. Come on, enjoy
Just
it.
chill out.
Chill.
Okay.
Please. Calm. Yeah. Did you guys enjoy the first mountain video? I'll point out.
Yes.
It's the ad version of the thing we've done, which is going to go out tonight, I believe, is the next one, the main vlog.
All being well. Yes.
All being
Depending
well.
on how Craig is doing.
So
I'd argue that this is the better video coming out.
I would definitely argue that in terms
Obviously,
of,
we wouldn't say that to the sponsor.
it's got the exact same edit style, but it's 29 minutes long, and
That's got way more.
You've got a bit more of us, a bit more.
It's
of
more
the
Hat
bands,
Filmsy.
a bit more shit chat. You know, it's just what everyone wants. Let's be honest with ourselves. So
I didn't realise old Stumpers went up the same mountain.
Yeah, he did. Obviously, I'll point out that the Trot did do
Craig.
majority of the carrying of that PC, but you'll see that we explained that the the other bag is actually a ton. It felt so much heavier. I don't even know why. Bulky bag.
It had a big old battery in it and a monitor,
but
and some other stuff. I think it's just how awkward the other one was to hold.
Yeah, it really was. It's the straps. It's the Smaffy straps. We need to work on a better system. But you're working. Are you in R&D right now with that, Smith?
Yeah, we are deep in R&D actually.
Yeah.
So far in, we can't see the wood for the trees, and basically all of our guys have just suspended themselves from the ceiling on like anti-gravity kind of weighting.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, Smaffy straps has a future still, which is the important thing. Some of these companies go bust like that, honestly. So that's good. Positive for Smaffy strappies. Are we going with strappies?
Yeah,
Strappies. I like that.
I think is cute, isn't it? It's sort of it's cute enough, and people know exactly who I mean when I say Smaffy as well.
Yeah, they should do.
Not a clown, although some might think of me as that. In fact,
well, you're an internet clown, really, aren't you?
Well,
we all are.
Yeah.
We're here just,
an internet clown,
climbing up and down mountains with heavy gear, just for
such a clown thing to do. Go up a mountain,
you know.
Yeah.
Clown-like,
at the very least, clown-like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think we should take failed TV shows and recreate them?
Yeah, I do.
I
Actually.
don't think it's legal. I'd love to.
It depends. If you do enough of a twist on it, and change the right words around,
Yeah.
I think you can. What are you thinking of doing? So what's failed in your eyes?
I don't know. Like Cash in the Attic. I don't know.
Cash in the Attic, I think, is still
You
a
want to
thing.
go back into people's attics and find things to sell again?
Yeah.
Let's just wander the streets,
shit
going
TV
to
show
random
I thought of.
houses, and ask them if they want us to search their attic for cash.
I'm trying to think of like
Potential
easy
cash.
concepts that aren't the crystal maze where you have to create an elaborate set. You know?
Yeah.
What about really failed concept, Deal or No Deal?
Of course, that is.
Barely got viewed.
I mean, you can certainly make a version of it.
Well, a lot of them, I think they go in and out of fashion, don't they? So and like they use up like the talent pool. So I know like Britain's Got Talent's probably going to take like a 10-year break whilst we actually get anybody else left in the country that would apply for Britain's Got Talent that has talent, like sort of back up through the ranks. You know, we need more stock. I feel like there is that kind of effect going on as well. We will exhaust our supplies of talent eventually.
It will happen.
So could we be the next?
We need a few fallow years.
Could we be the next group that does all the like quiz shows and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, that'd be great. I'd love to be one of these people that just get to go on quiz shows.
Certain things would be funny.
That's a good job, isn't it? That must be a comedian's dream.
What, just landing on a daytime game show?
You know,
Monday you got QI, and then Tuesday you got No Man Buzzcut, and then you're gonna go on Pointless as like a guest cameo, and then
exactly. That must be like comedians thinking like
it's probably a more solid strategy in terms of
instead of
work.
gigging. Instead of getting judged and gigged.
I do feel like you get categorized as like a lesser comedian for doing so.
In a way.
Well, but you don't hear about the other comedians, though, do you?
That's true. Yeah.
That's it.
They're not the ones on the TV.
Not the real comedian. You're hired, you got a stable wage, and you support your family.
Well, I mean, if you
Not
get
like
something
me.
like Would I Lie to You as well, you kind of become like a household name, don't you? Like, David Mitchell on Would I Lie to You has probably done more for his career than Peep Show ever did.
Yeah, that's true. And he's got a column.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The amount of people that now know David Mitchell through Would I Lie to You versus... Like, my parents now know him a lot better, and they never watch Peep Show.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is a bit more mainstream, so you would become a bit more known in that sense. But I think his comedy is
Ross is a K in front of known. It's Canone.
Oh, my
I
bad.
can't believe you said it like that.
Canone, I feel really...
Canone?
I've always said it as known.
No, it's Canone.
Is that me that's got it wrong this entire time?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's
I
Canone.
had no idea.
Canome. Whoa.
Nice. Just say
I just
no,
added a
like
K
no.
on. I added a K
No,
on
I
it
said
to normal no.
Canome.
Well, I don't know how to speak anymore, Trump. You've
Clearly
told me
not.
that. You've told me that.
You went to sleep, Ross. What if you went to sleep and you woke up and found that everybody now speaks in a different way and you weren't aware of? Like,
Well, I think that's
Jesus.
kind of an existential question.
just waking up in a different world where
more like-
everything's every proper noun starts with a sh sound.
I've woken up insane.
you have a
Is
brain
basically
injury,
what you're
right?
saying. I've woken up
You got
completely
injured.
away from reality that I knew it once was.
Yeah. You've woken
no
up and now
spoilers.
everybody talks. Everybody sounds out the silent letters in words. Doctor, I've got pneumonia.
No way. I've always wanted to say it like that, but I was told not to.
It's tat.
Yeah. Any th sound is now crushed.
Just dogging it right now. Real
Yeah,
ball
I
dogging.
mean, I'm not really thinking.
I can't
What's the
think.
point?
Drop. And my world's been flipped upside down.
Nice drop.
I've woken up and everyone is saying
Nice.
Kano.
Fuck.
That's a pretty good run. At least they
Yeah,
haven't
they
scored
made you
yet.
some content. Yeah, Ross is about to help him though.
No, I've got a small handle of it. Only small though.
Open wide, Daddy
Ah,
made you some
nice.
content.
That's what we want to see.
It's a beautiful day to stay inside. What's Bo doing? Hey, what's he doing? Is he doing little secret tours? Secret gigs.
Secret gigs. He's trying to get on Would I Lie to You.
Yeah. He needs a stable income. Needs to go on Jeopardy a lot. What and other American quiz shows.
Did-
Family Fortunes.
was that a celebrity thing like Jeopardy? I mean,
Nah.
whose line
I'm
is it?
sure
Is it one?
there is celebrities versions of all of them, I imagine.
Yeah.
They wouldn't pass up on that easy win.
Good ratings on those. Good viewing numbers. 8 out of 10 cats.
Which now seems to be exclusively just on Countdown. Not that I'm
Yeah.
complaining, but like it doesn't
It
seem
clearly,
that show doesn't seem to exist outside of Countdown format now.
No, but they've clearly found a format that really kicked off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean,
They made Countdown interesting,
yeah,
rather
definitely.
than kind of just like the kind of boring game that it was
Mm,
on an afternoon.
yeah.
R.I.P. Sean Locke, yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
I mean, also, yeah. I don't know. I always find it feel myself a bit. It feels a bit dirty watching 8 out of 10 cats now.
Why?
Like,
Dirty.
I don't know. Just it feels like that. I feel like there's just so much controversy surrounding so many of the people in it.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
obviously the Sean Locke thing aside, but like,
Controversies.
who's the host? The
Jimmy
Alan
Carr.
Jimmy Carr, so not Alan Carr. Like Jimmy Carr was
Oh, it's
embroiled
tax
in
fraud.
quite a lot of tax avoidance, and like he's joked his way out of it. And I know that ultimately he doesn't. Like he's only sort of probably dodged a couple million, which you know is still a lot of money, but not huge in the grand scheme of not like companies dodging it, which.
Well, this is the thing.
Are
Like
awful.
I guess the frustrating thing for those guys who took part in that avoidance scheme was that because they're celebrities, they're the ones that get pointed out, whereas the guys really hiding the big bucks
Yeah,
still get to hide
exactly.
away, and it's just like, well, yeah, like
Examples.
you've highlighted this huge issue and this flaw in tax avoidance, but you're literally punishing the people who probably aren't putting as much money into it
Yeah.
in comparison.
Yeah, in
Not that it
comparison.
takes away what they've done, but
No, exactly.
it's
but
just the famous faces get called out first, and then like, oh, look at them. Whereas,
Yeah.
the media that they've probably posted in,
Yeah,
the owners of them are probably fucking taking part in all sorts of avoidance schemes.
yeah, exactly.
One of the many downsides of being put on a pedestal.
Yes.
And then of course there's the person that she does the numbers.
Oh yeah,
Rachel Riley.
Richard Riley, of course.
It's done some pretty crazy inflammatory things.
Oh, really?
I can't remember what she did
yeah.
though. Wasn't it? I thought she was accusing someone of being an
I'll
anti-Semite,
just take ibuprofen.
or was it
I
just the Labour
know.
Party in general?
I mean, she just seems a little bit bonkers.
I don't know
Like
the details to be able to.
Yeah,
call her bonkers as well, that's the
this is
thing.
the thing. Like, I've only read things in the news, and of course that can be twisted up and stuff. But I mean, there seems to be a lot of shit surrounding her that just makes me think, yeah, I probably wouldn't hang out with her.
Oh, okay,
No?
that's good to know.
God, she was on the blower as well. She's on the phone
cancelled.
all the time.
Did she want to hang out with
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah. She's constantly going on about it, man. I
We're
told
gonna
her,
have a big
leave
old
it. I said,
booze
leave
up
it. You're pregnant
this
now.
weekend.
Just spend your time
Yeah.
elsewhere. Got a kid to look after.
You've got to train them up ready for the climate wars.
The climate wars, and that's already beginning, of course, at the forecourts. Have you seen the fights?
Fights.
People have been whipping out
Yeah.
knives and stuff at
Punching the
petrol
wind and
stations
stuff.
and filling up. Oh, it was. What was I watching yesterday? It was a clip where it was some Sky News clip of them talking about the petrol situation, and then obviously they're in front of the forecourt. There's a guy filling up his car like usual, and then suddenly he kind of opens his back door, sneaks out a canister, and then it's all on camera in the background. It's just this guy just sneakily just filling up a jerry can in the background. After obviously everyone's been specifically told not to. It's just quite a really funny, candid moment where he was just like, "Yep, I'll sneak this one out." Doesn't realize a film crew's behind him.
It's just kind of grim that
It's just
we
like
still can't.
you can't
We
just
still can't work together.
No,
Everyone's
yeah,
so
there's
out
no
for
working together.
themselves.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like, look, I'll sort myself out. I
Yeah.
know this is going to be a problem, but I know this is what's causing it, but
Yeah.
I'll just
But then
sneak
if
a
I
few
put it-
more litres is fine.
Other
like,
people
go
are going to do
fuck
it anyway, so I guess I will cause the problem, but at least I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, it's like I'm aware of it. Clearly, you whip out a little jerry can, sure, but
Yeah.
fucking hell,
I'll
man.
do right by something else, but not this. I need this.
It just feels, it's
It's
fucking
very-
individualism gone mad.
Yeah, it
This is
really
what the
is.
problem is with all of our
Oh shit, that guy really.
We've all got self-inflated
you know.
egos at self-worth.
Well, yeah, because we've been told we need to have them, but in order to succeed and live a life we actually want, everything's just become so competitive and so individualistic.
Yeah.
That then when these big problems come along where we need to work together,
Yeah.
people can't trust each other to fucking do it. It's
Yeah.
fucking sad. I mean, I don't think it's
There's
all
no
like that.
compromise, Yeah.
I don't think everyone is like that, to be clear. I think these are incidents of this happening. Luckily, I haven't even needed to go to a petrol station the last week, but
No, I wouldn't. Wouldn't even try to right now.
no. But yeah. Ooh, that was a fucking nice
Oh,
move.
shit.
Fair enough.
They are doing well. Everyone else is the problem. Can't be me.
It's a beautiful day. Yeah, I needed it on the way back from Reading, otherwise
Well, yeah.
I'd be pushing it.
But yeah, there's loads,
So
of, I mean, there's
it's
loads
so
of reasons
busy.
people need fuel, which is perfectly why they. Well, first of all, we shouldn't really be in this situation anyway. But alas, we have the government we've been dealt with.
Broxot.
Well, not,
we got
it's
the
not even
government
just that. It's
we
literally just dealing
voted
with these
for?
problems. Yeah, it's just dealing with these problems.
Have we
These
got the
problems
government we
shouldn't.
deserve?
We shouldn't be discussing fucking issues at the forecourt because the government should be fucking handling it properly. But everyone forgets the moment, you know, this week's passed. They forget this happened and then bring them back in. You shouldn't forget. Never forget. Whoa, steady, mate. Right, I'm back.
There you go. Snookered. Carpentered.
Do you reckon there's any YouTube pranksters lining up to a petrol station with maybe a ridiculous amount of tankers, filling them up? Like, I can already see that video. Literally, I can already seeing it being a thing and just being like taking the complete piss out of the situation.
Just go.
And the fact that people were filling up plastic carry bags inside like buckets.
Were they actually doing that?
Yeah, some people are. I think there's some footage from
I haven't looked at any
being
of the
mixed.
news
There's some
for it.
footage being mixed in with when
Old
America had
footage.
the same issue
Yeah.
not too long ago.
We've
Where
had
people
these
were using
problems as
carrier
well,
bags.
Like, we've had runs on the pumps before.
Yeah.
They just barely ever last more than a week or two.
Well, that's
and
it. You just got
sounds
yeah.
like this one as well. So
Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, we've got gas issues over here as well. Good comms. But I think that's across Europe as well. I don't think it is just us.
Yeah, there's a major line between France and the UK, I believe, that has been damaged.
Yeah, that was it until like early next year.
Yeah, it's a big job to fix, and that's partly due to climate change, I believe,
Yeah.
that caused it.
Was it?
Oh my god.
I mean, I think it's all too easy to say Brexit these days. But like, what was the actual reason they cut off the pipe? Was
Not
it?
cut off.
no. What I think what Trot's talking about is there was a power line, not a pipe.
Oh, okay.
It's
My
not a
mistake.
pipe
I
of
thought
gas.
it was a pipeline. Okay.
No. So the problem is the reason we have not even necessarily a gas shortage. It's an energy price rise because the wholesale value of energy is becoming so high.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And that's because of a number of factors. One of which is there's a main power line where we get a lot of power. We get a lot of our power for France when we need it. So our power grid works on demand. So, for example, we use some of France's nuclear energy, I think, because France, quite sensibly, has lots of nuclear reactors to create its power. And we use some of their power. And that line caught, there was a fire, I believe, or there's some form of cut or something in that line. And nice. And the repairs are going to take until early next year. So one of our lines to cheaper, more competitive energy is currently cut. So there's more competition for existing energy sources, which means it will, because we don't have enough nationalized power sources in our country, we're now seeing the power of market forces on a very necessary and needed part of our infrastructure, our energy. Don't you just love capitalism? Yeah, so that's why we're in the mess we're in now, because and the reason all these energy companies are going bust is because the government, in an attempt to sort of half regulate it somehow, set up energy price caps. So companies can't charge over a certain amount, certain amount for energy. So once the price of wholesale energy goes above a point of which it's profitable per unit, these companies can no longer afford to operate because they physically cannot charge enough money to cover their outgoings because of the price cap. My short-term solution, no idea. I mean, better planning is obviously the best way to avoid most major disasters. They're not really something that's necessarily easy to fix in the short term. I would say more nuclear power, which is incredibly expensive, but we've got to spend it on something. I mean, we could afford to spend 40 billion on track and trace. Why can't we spend it a little bit on a nuclear power?
The problem is there's always short-term solution rather than thinking long-term. It's like having a nuclear power plant would help stabilize energy supply for a long time, and it might be a huge cost and impact now, but that's why we're using France's power sometimes.
Yeah. Well, also
they have a better infrastructure to
globally speaking, it is, for whatever reason, incredibly in vogue to have massive amounts of national debt. Right, it's partly because of COVID, or almost entirely because of COVID. Lots and lots of developed countries have now got giant amounts of debt. The Americans, for example, very nice for all. The Americans, for example, have just announced today that they're going to run out of money. The Treasury is going to run out of money unless Congress agrees to raise the debt ceiling of America, which means that how much Congress is prepared to sort of extend the amount of credit that the American Treasury can spend. It's dangerous because it can. Fucking hell! It's dangerous because it can cause hyperinflation for a number of reasons. But it's essentially quantitative easing, I think, which is similar to what the UK did 5-10 years ago. But anyway, it's all about how much the markets and other countries are willing to trust that what you're doing is going to, in the long term, make the world a more prosperous place, right? That's kind of where we're at. We're allowing developed countries to go into debt because we know in 10 to 15 years, the extra spending they're doing will ultimately mean that they are still the most powerful and still the most sort of relevant nation, and therefore they kind of get to make the rules. They kind of get to say how much debt they can go into. They kind of get to do all this because when they need something, there is apparatus in place to provide it. You know, they're the rule setters ultimately, and we're still potentially in that group. Probably less so now. We're not in Europe. We have less people who care about us, less people willing to stop us from failing. Too big to fail ultimately is what we need to make a country in order to allow it to go into debt and to allow the markets around it to still believe that it can go into that debt. And so if we were to invest in things like nuclear power, making us, you know, the UK especially is going for this isolationist, nationalist kind of angle, then why not just say, well, yeah, let's power everything we need, and then fuck it, let's sell that power as well. Let's use all the engineers and all the incredibly smart people and apparently an incredibly robust finance sector in this country to build nuclear power plants and not have to do all this other shit. Yeah, we'll go into a lot of debt, but eventually we'll be, you know, entirely sufficient, entirely established with all the apparent strengths England has. That's what I would do in order to solve this long term. Short term, I don't know. Give a load of blokes from Europe a 3-month visa, tell them to fuck off before Christmas.
Literally, the temporary nature of that is so odd because, like, you're just pushing the problem further down the line. It's not going to be like a quick fix situation. Clearly,
no,
like I mean,
it's not.
Have we been having a shortage for a time? Like, has the HGV thing been a long time coming, or is it just suddenly because obviously all the rules and red tape of Brexit have started highlighting these flaws?
Yeah, ultimately, yeah. The system is now getting squeezed, and all of the other little ways it was lubricated and moved and you know, like made to work. Yeah. Ultimately, we're losing people in Europe and in the leadership of Europe who are willing to do us as many favors and give us as many good deals as well. Like this is still a people game at the end of the day. We still need to keep people on side because it's still a person making a decision about something at the end of the day. So, like, to have this stance of "fuck Europe, we're all right," it's like we're not all
such
right.
an odd mentality. I still don't get like why. People are so easily sold on that idea.
Yeah. This is well, again, we live in a country ourselves where education equality is non-existent. You know, like people get completely different educations, completely different life experiences. So of course we're going to have stratified opinions. I think that ultimately a lot of the people that are suckered into voting for it did not have enough of a worldly view and enough of an access to good education and good opportunities, because I think that they got angry and wanted to vote for something because they've been stirred up to be angry. You know, they were given a choice because they wanted change, and the choice happened to be the ones that the toffs wanted to give them.
And you'd never expect your country to make the bad choice or suggest a bad option. Why would they?
No.
Something that's going to be worse off. Sorry, mate. Crashed into you there. Yeah, it's very frustrating, and now we're seeing it all unfold in real time. Lovely.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not completely lost hope. I still think, but I do think that we are living through a pretty shitty time at the moment. But I mean, personally, I've got a pretty great life. But there is there's a lot to worry, not worry about, but a lot to take in.
Fuck!
Sorry, I was too close to it. I was far too close to it. So
Same. I was just like zoomed up into the air, hoping a little bat away. Nothing.
Ooh.
Go,
I just hope. I just can't. We need a lot more younger people coming up through the ranks to like unfuck this. I hope they're not too fucked up by all of the media and tech products that we have.
Do you reckon they're all being pushed into HGV jobs now?
Yeah, I mean, fuck, 55 grand a year, go for it. If you haven't got skills and you can find someone to train you, go and be an HGV driver. It's fucking lonely, and there's a reason that there's so few of them, because the job probably fucking sucks. But definitely, if you're a young person that can do it, why the fuck not?
Oh shit! So apparently, I just read about the energy bill situation for students, and the maintenance loan doesn't cover the rises.
Holy shit!
Fully. So how shit would that be?
What, for energy?
Yeah, the price.
I mean,
rises.
energy.
So your maintenance loan doesn't even cover that. So it should. I mean, it should really cover everything.
All the costs to go to uni, and then you pay it back later when you actually have a salary.
Yeah,
but no one's guaranteed a decent job at the end of uni nowadays.
Oh, it's such a risk. Because when we went as well, it was starting to get more expensive, but it was always pitched as but you don't even think about it, you know, like the debt's nothing, and you're like, it just comes out when you can afford to pay it. Like, it was very much
annual prices tripled like the year after we left.
Oh yeah, I know.
We got in lucky. Like
it
was just a timing thing. We were just lucky.
Yeah.
After that, we would have. It was like from 3 grand to 9 grand a year.
It tripled, yeah.
And that's just. Was that just a set price?
Yeah, that just became the new tuition fee.
Fixed price, yeah.
It's crazy.
Especially after everyone voted specifically to kind of curb that kind of rise.
What, with the Lib Dems? Yeah. And then they made a coalition with the Conservatives and raised them.
It's just so.
Fuck you, Lib Dems. Worst decision you've made in about 2 decades. Like,
the problem though is because we're not. Well, the majority aren't so in tune with the political sphere. When you get riled up, much like everyone did for Brexit, they're going to get tarnished by the idea of that. And our views of Lib Dems have probably stayed strong because of that moment. That betrayal feeling.
Yeah.
Regardless of like the makeup of the Lib Dem party nowadays, probably not even the same faces. I don't know. I haven't even fucking looked, but I still have that resentment for the Lib Dem party, and you can see why people that are older generation have been screwed by trying to get involved in politics at a younger age. Realize that it's all kind of shitty. Hold those values to the rest of their life.
Yeah,
and that kind of skews the votes.
And also, I guess it also discourages people to even pay attention to the shit that's actually happening currently, and then aligning that with who's in power and actually remembering that. So I think that is the big issue where people are like, oh, Boris is trying his hardest, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's getting it done. Okay, well, the death toll is like higher than most other countries. It's like, it's just so easy for them to forget, and it's just so annoying.
Yeah.
But then, again, you can't
still,
really blame
there's no
them for wanting to
accountability
disconnect
for their
from that.
views. No accountability for views held. That feels like the problem. It's just like, no, you have to at some point take ownership for what your actions mean, like in reflection. Like, you know, like what does it mean? It mean if you think this way or if you vote for this person, it means that you hold this as a value. And they're like, no, I don't necessarily think that. I just think he's a nice bloke. It's like, well, no, your action of voting for a person,
your approval of that.
It shows you exactly you subscribe to their methodology, like their way of achieving things, their way of seeing things, their way of doing things. You know, like that's what it means. It doesn't just mean, it's not an opinion, really. It's an endorsement. And it is a frustrating, you say, when people just go, yeah, it'll be all right, won't it? It's like, it's not. It's, I mean, I hope it'll sort itself out. I mean, fuck, we survived Donald Trump. The world survived Donald Trump. That sort of makes me think anything is possible.
Or is that just actually
I think we're still reeling from the effects.
The beginning?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The mentality.
I mean, it's done damage.
Well, not necessarily just the beginning of destabilization, but it's certainly the era of misinformation. And just, if you lie loud enough, people forget what the truth was.
But there's a huge amount of us that know this now, that know it can happen, though. Like, you know, before Donald Trump happened, we were all really skeptical of anything like that really happening. You know, like everyone was like, I mean, shit gets bad sometimes, but it doesn't get like dangerous, you know?
Like insurrection bad.
Yeah. And then all that shit happened, and now we're like, fuck, we need to watch out for this shit, you know, like we need to keep an eye on this and call it out, and, you know, appreciate that this stuff can happen. And I think hopefully there are enough people out there that's made them go out and vote the opposite way, you know, go out and actually engage with the process, because they've now realized that if you don't, shit happens, you know. Bad shit happens. Like
next president's Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
Yeah. And I mean, we're getting massive voter turnouts now as well, which is amazing, which is great for democracy. Hopefully, I mean, we've got to make sure that the democracy that we have is educated.
Much like we were rolled up to vote for tuition fee abolishment and all that stuff. Once you get shafted by it, it's pretty damning. It's pretty demoralizing.
But
I guess
then no
affected a
decision.
lot more people to make a change.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That hopefully, but then no decision in the last 10 years, guys, has gone the way that we've wanted to. You know,
exactly.
like think about all the things we voted on.
By.
Absolutely. But I think
it feels like a failing or a futile effort.
But all things go in cycles, especially politically. Like everything goes round in big circles, as Karl Marx said. And, well, not exactly that, but in a way he says, you know, everything is a cycle. Big old
circles, Karl Marx.
We will eventually come back to a way of thinking that we are more in line with. Like, you know, that we're just unfortunately in the other part of the cycle right now. And I'd hope that that's going to change.
Damaging.
Yeah, I mean...
process.
Yeah, there is that.
So we only have so many cycles left, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could say that the damage was done when, nationalisation was shelved. So when things started getting privatised in the UK, for example. You know, like our railways, I think everyone can agree, are objectively worse privatised than they were nationalised. They're so prohibitively expensive. It's absolutely bonkers. Like, it's absolutely absurd how expensive our trains are.
It's cheaper to drive. Yeah,
it's cheaper to drive. And any season ticket, it's pretty much cheaper to lease and maintain a car. So, you know, Bristol to London, 5 days a week, season ticket, for a year is £12,000. Can you believe that? And they're going up.
Crazy, isn't it?
£12,000. And also, 9 times out of 10, you won't get a seat.
So it's not an enjoyable environment to spend 12
grand on a year. Exactly. So, like, you know, there are elements that are obvious and we shouldn't have done it, but that's the damage. And that happened, you know, tens and tens of decades ago now, you know, like, so yeah, of course we have to deal with the problems we create, but we create new solutions as well. I don't know whether, honestly, I mean, I'm seriously thinking, you know, I think about this a lot at the moment, being in my early 30s, about whether to have children or not, because I fucking doubt we're going to get climate change under control. I don't think there's any evidence to suggest we will.
No.
After that Kurzgesagt video I watched, jeez.
No, I don't think we will. It's just more of a case of will we be able to adapt to the changes
how bad it is,
well enough. because we
Yeah.
can't work together to fucking save the fuel in our fucking pumps.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's
exactly.
zero teamwork in that sense. It's going to be every man for themselves in their own personal bunker until they all starve to death.
Yeah. Well, it
gonna be
won't, I
Mad
don't think it'll
Max,
be every
guys.
man. It'll be
Let's do
every
Mad Max.
tribe.
Yeah.
It's just we haven't got over tribalism. You know, human beings, because of our social need as a species, tribalism is very, very. The idea of coming together with groups of people that share the same ideas and intentions as you. Is very strong. It runs very strong in us, and we just still haven't got over it. And it's one of our biggest challenges. You know, we will never unify as a planet. We will never become a planetary species until we do get over tribalism. But we're just still so far from that.
Because the biggest problem comes from the fact that developed nations are trying to get developing nations to change their ways before it goes out of hand. Whereas we're the ones that have actually polluted the country and the world with and plundered the resources from poor places in order to be where we are. And now we're saying, I'll put a cap on that for those developing nations.
Yeah. We got here first, and now we're going to slow people down behind us.
Ultimately. But unfortunately, it's not even us that's going to be affected most by climate change. It's going to be those developing nations and the places that are in the harshest environments.
And Australia, who's just going to become a fucking oven.
It's not ready. Jesus.
Anyway, we've had a request to tell some jokes in between all the depressing stuff.
Jesus, okay.
I've got one.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson. Next. Now back to it.
People say I have no willpower, but I've quit smoking loads of times.
Nice.
What did the cheese say when it looked in the mirror? Hello, me. Hello, me.
Classic. Hello,
It's
me.
kind of,
Yeah.
it takes a second
You like that
to figure
one?
out what the actual English is there.
Can you say
But
some
yeah.
depressing
Hello,
stuff
me.
between the jokes to balance this out, please? There's only one white rhino left alive, or something like that. I don't know. It's really sad.
No, that's
what's-
not. I think they've. No, it's bad. No, it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to remember if they got that stable or not. I think they've got pandas stabilized.
I went diving last week and swam over the carcass of a old ship, and it was moving and shivering quite a lot. And I realised, this is a nervous wreck.
Did you make that up on the spot?
No, I saw it and reworded it.
Right.
Did the
it sound worse?
rewording make it better?
A little bit. They said, "What do you call a wreck that shivers? A nervous wreck." And I was like, "Well, you've repeated yourself there." And that doesn't. This is not this
Sounds a bit
little.
off, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, there you go. Also going diving, done that before, so it kind of disarms the listener into thinking
Course,
maybe he's talking
course.
about
Oh,
actually
it can be
going
real.
diving.
I was taking my kid to the
Yeah.
crash the other day, and then
The
that
crash?
doesn't quite work because
You don't have a kid.
I don't have a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know. You don't.
You don't know. You don't.
I got DP'd by 2 clowns last week. Oh wait, no.
Wait, no, that's actually dangerously. That's too close to the truth. You need to pull back.
Yeah. What's the rest of the story?
Yeah,
No,
what
it
happened?
couldn't have happened. Couldn't have happened.
No.
No.
Sounds like a fun
Oh.
circus.
It was a great circus.
Oh, here we go. Look at that.
Boom.
What a goal.
For God's sakes, which of the Spice Girls can get petrol? Jerry can,
Hey, it's a good one.
and it's current.
Relevant as
Yeah.
fuck.
Almost as good as the
The band
presenter
isn't
being
relevant.
called Phil McCann
Yeah,
Who
that
was,
was amazing.
Yeah,
out on the-
that was ridiculous.
on the forecourts, just
Yeah.
reporting on the situation. Phil
What do
McCann.
what do nosy peppers do?
Sniff something about. Not sure.
They get jalapeno business.
All right.
No.
No, not that one.
It's not the joke, but I'm just going to take a moment to
Jalapeno.
step away from the PC
Yeah.
Okay.
because I can't deal with it.
Okay.
Someone here trying to deliver a load of wood to me.
Oh, right, I
Okay.
see. Okay.
But I'll be back in a
Well,
moment.
is he talking about the jokes?
Yeah, no, he's really sick of
I'm
it.
sick of these fucking jokes.
I'm going to do the
Oh,
same.
shit,
'cause
I'm not muted. Fuck.
Right.
I've got a phone call from my letting agent as well.
I've
BRB.
got an important dessert delivery that's just arrived just now. No, I don't. I have nothing. I am all alone. But I will thank the following people for their subscriptions here. Eternity 36, thank you very much for your 46 months. Ferrero Rocher, it's a 51 month, thank you. My Dream Synopsis is a 19 month, thank you for that. Mucky, just trying to think of whether that's a rude word. Mucky Fana is a 9 monther. Some names sound like they're tricks, is all I'm saying. Captain Guy is a 6 monther, thank you very much. Just a Hinch is a 14 monther saying, I found COD, I'm born again, Christian. Well, thank you for that really long story joke. You've given us the punchline a bit early there, but I like it. I appreciate that. Real Big Chris in a Small Pond is a 22 monther saying, don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22 months subscribed to Hat Films. Thank you for that, Real Big Chris in a Small Pond. You are 22 months in. Thank you. Crack Shot, thank you very much for your fresh sub on Prime. We have Bishop. Is that Bishop 87 with a 3 for a B? They're 3 monther, thank you very much. Ullers is an 11 monther, thank you. Alex Walls donated saying, hello sirs, I may have missed a previous answer, but will you be checking out New World or not? That interested. I'm interested. I'm semi-interested. I don't know how much I want to jump into a different MMO right now because I'm still playing Final Fantasy, but I've seen a lot of people checking it out. I mean, some of these people are sponsored, so I don't know how much of that is organic. Either way, I'm sure it's... Is it good? What's the consensus? People enjoying it? That's why are people engaged in a political chat on Twitch? Good point. We'll be checking out Sao. What? Because it's voice accent. Okay. Brinogstrim is a 12 monther saying 12 months, insert sips. Jeez! Here. Where does a year go? Wow. I don't know. It's all gone. It's all flown by. I'm just trying to see if anyone's saying anything about New World in chat. Has anyone checked it out? Is it good? Is it shit? Should we play it? Should we not? I don't know. Well, I dodged it. I knew that there was something dodgy in there. I avoided it. Big thanks to Umagatur33. It's a 25 monther. Thank you very much. Restricted Rebels, an 18 monther. Thank you all. Gilly29, it's a 6 monther. And we're up to date. Fuck New World, you need to play Warframe. Do we though? Do we? Really? Pokemon Unite. We are, have we ever played a Pokemon game on Hat Films? I don't think we have. But, we did. We did, was it Pokemon Snap on the N64? Back when we did Old Fashioned Bashin'. I haven't played 12 minutes. No, I've seen good things. Again, I haven't played many other games outside of what I played on stream and Final Fantasy. It's a bit of a time sink. You kind of fall into it and just don't really do anything else. But I would like to try other things. Up, down, left, Ryan used 100 bits there saying, I turned 30 on Sunday. Do you have any words of wisdom, Ross? No, other than just it doesn't get better. But it doesn't have to get worse. That's it. That's the advice. Maybe you're lucky you don't have grey hair either, which apparently ages me 20 years. I was informed yesterday. So, yeah. But I can sort that out if I wanted to. This is a choice. I grew it myself. Old Fashioned Bashin' was so good. Yeah, it was classic. It was a bit fiddly to set up because it was just obviously we had to get a CRT to make it work properly on our setup. And filming it was a bit more of... It was a bit fiddly, basically. So we kind of stopped at the end. We do have boxes of N64 games, PS1 and 2 games. But my favourite one of that lot, I believe, would be Athens. Athens was my favourite kind of PS2 multiplayer game, I think. Next to like Time Splitters, obviously there's some obvious ones in there. A bit harsh on the delivery driver to say that about you. Well, a delivery driver just commenting on my hair. Should I get bright orange hair? Do you think that would work? Do you think that would look good on me? Will I... Carrot top. You could just orange it out. Or maybe just bright red. Like a really fiery red. Maybe, what about like just a tiger print hair? So it's, black spots and stuff, or black stripes across. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day. Maybe we'll do it for a video as a joke for a bit and then see if it sticks. Shit Nintendo Wii games. I think we did do... Oh, did we not do Wii Sports? I don't think we did. See, that would have been pretty good. Maybe we'll have to do some of this stuff at the warehouse or something at some point. Holy shit, really? So apparently Nintendo is introducing N64 games in their subscription services. What games would you want in it? Probably GoldenEye is a must. GoldenEye, when you say N64, GoldenEye was kind of the game. I don't think I had an N64. I always used my friend's N64 back in the day. And the Rumble Pack was a big thing. Obviously now that's just in controls by default, and I don't know if it really enhances any kind of gameplay, to be honest. Maybe some shooting games it's alright, but obviously moving to mouse and keyboard you don't get any of that, and it doesn't really affect your game, but I appreciate the novelty of it. What else was good? I remember what was it called? I mean, obviously there was like GoldenEye's the one. I'm going with GoldenEye. Limited Rolo. Your girlfriend said I'm more handsome man in person. How would she know? How does she know that?
More handsome man in person. That's such a fucking veiled slight.
I'm more...
Oh, you trying to say reword that?
What is it? Well, hang on a second. So through the screen you're looking at now,
you don't rate it.
I'm a lower than a 5, and then in person I might creep up to the 6. Is that what she's saying? It's like, wow, in person. Is it because is it because there's a level of height?
Yeah, there? It's the height. It's going to be the height, isn't it?
It's going to be the height,
because,
isn't it?
I think so. Well, I mean, no, of course not. Maybe then the camera doesn't do you justice, but yeah, I reckon the height probably helps. I mean, people laugh when they see Trott.
They're surprised because
they don't laugh.
They don't laugh. Well, no, they're more like, oh my god, I didn't realize you were actually
exactly
that tall. Because obviously me and Smith are quite tall. So next to us, you're going to look a little bit shorter, but he's not actually that short.
And Trott isn't short, really. Like a lot of fans, when they come to see us, are often shorter than Trott. So bear that in mind. If you're of average height right now out there, you're probably a little bit shorter than Trott. That does really fuck with people. Like, that is probably one of the most common things people say, actually. They comment about our height because, of course, you'd never really see it. It's quite interesting. It's quite fun to talk to people in person and find out like what they think about things and content and stuff like that. And then other times it's just really fucking weird. But
sometimes
that's not very
it can
often.
be awkward, and that's fair enough. I try to put myself in their position.
Hi.
Hey.
In terms of meeting someone you've watched a lot of, regardless of what it is, like, it's going to be a nerve-wracking thing to even approach them.
Exactly. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No worries. If you're nervous, that's not a problem. It's when people are weird. No, just talking about our heights and how most people are actually. I say the average fan is probably actually a little shorter than you, Trott. Like, people are always like, "Oh, fucking hell, Trott's actually taller than me."
But I mean, Trott's 6'5", and we're what, close to 7.
Yeah, I'm 7'2". You're 6'9". One of us was almost as tall as Yao Ming.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I like this comment. Where was it? It was quite funny. Moonbeam. Trott's only 5 foot, but some people like it that thick.
Yeah. Well, Trott, you are actually almost 6 foot, aren't you? Just under.
Yeah.
5'9".
I'm pushing 6 foot. Yeah.
5'10".
I'm 5'9".
5'9".
Which for most other countries that don't use feet and inches,
how many
is 70?
A nice round 175 for 5'7".
70 meters. Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're right. Sorry, 5'9" is almost 1.8 meters. Round it up. Trot is 180 meters. You're almost exactly 180 meters. Trot. So, sorry,
Right.
meters, centimeters.
Centimeters.
Fuck,
That
180
would be
meters.
tall.
He's Godzilla.
That's really big. That's not.
People get really hung up on height, particularly when we're talking
do.
about our height. It's like, Christ, guys.
Look,
It's
just
we're
that
all
they-
sat down playing games anyway.
this arose because somebody said that I looked better in person, and then we were kind of like, well, hang on, what does that mean? Do you think it's
that's
the
where it
height-
came
shit
from.
on camera.
Hence, well, that's it exactly. So we're wondering if maybe the height thing was the thing that pushed it over the edge. I don't know. We've had a few more subbies in whilst I've been chatting shit.
Okay.
Anoxon is a 60 munter. Thank you very much for the resub there. Mike Nolan 12 is a 12 munter. Thank you. An ironic pickle jar gifted a subby. Thank you very much for that. To Always Molasses, make sure to thank them, of course. Sonticus is a 28 munter. Thank you very much. And Max the Menace gifted a subby to Darius Has Dogs. So thank you for that. So you're 195, eh? 195.
I'm 6'4.5" I'm not quite 6'5", but
Right. I'm not sure. I'm 6'2", aren't I? 3 most. Under 6'3".
yeah.
You got wrestling
sure.
potential, I think.
Wrestling potential. ATH E70s are these are Audio Technica E70s, by the way. People keep asking that.
In-ear.
Actually need to change the earbuds on them because they've kind of fallen apart. I'm using like the super comfy earbuds, so they're made of something different.
The
It's
squishy
not-
ones, the foam ones.
Yeah, they're good. They're really comfy, but yeah, they've already sort of like kind of rotted away. So
Yeah, they do that, don't they? These ones
yeah,
starting to, I think it's just, I'm not sure if it's a build-up of earwax or like...
I do create a lot of earwax as well.
Maybe it is. Little-
Yeah. All right, let's change her over. See what this one feels like.
This isn't the same thing, though. But they are the same buds. They fit nicely, though. I'll give them that.
What do?
Just like the soft foam ones.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Flap
They do feel a
jackal.
bit weird though. They feel a bit surgical sometimes. I find like not surgical, just sort of a bit like, I don't know, just a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm just strange. I you know, I don't like it. I'm gonna stop talking. Just go for it. Keep
Well,
going.
there's
I
Flat
don't know what I'm
Jackal
trying to
here, who's an 8-munter, saying thanks for
Nice.
the rousing politics talk, boys. Eat the
Yeah.
rich, but only if they want you to. Well, of course. Crimson Whirlpool's a 20-munter, saying, we in there. Are you lads going to dabble in New World at all? Somebody asked us that earlier, and I said I'm not sure.
Personally, I would if both of you guys wanted to try it, but I
wouldn't mind trying.
I don't think. I mean, yeah, but then do you want to? I don't really want to play it.
Long term, I don't know. I've
Nothing about me
no idea.
actually. If we got it for free
Yeah.
or whatever, sure. Apparently, there's like loads of server queues at the moment and stuff anyway, so it's probably not a good day to try it.
Yeah.
I would give it a go, but I don't think it looks very good.
Is it not?
I don't really
not even
know.
looked at much on it, to be honest.
I just don't think it looks very good. I'd rather go back and play Valheim personally, and spend
Is
my
it
time in that.
A very similar.
Or
vibe,
go
is
and try and play. I'd love to play Bigfoot in terms of be the Bigfoot. I'd want to do that as well.
it? Right. Yeah. We're gonna try and do some more spoopy games through October as well. So we'll do some more.
Oh,
Bigfoot
that's
then.
true.
Is there more Bigfoot in the back end?
I
I think there might be some re-recorded before. I can't remember.
what whether or not, as in, have we released it? Not unreleased.
I'm not sure if it's released yet. Yeah, I don't know if there's still another episode to go. But
I reckon there might be, isn't? Because there's the one where we were in the middle of that town and we were snacking like fuel cans and gas cans, right? That hasn't been released yet, I think.
okay, because I think
Or maybe we didn't record that
working
session.
on the vlog stuff.
I
and
mean, the
ad
vlog's
stuff.
going to be really good tonight. It's
Yeah.
going to be so good. So don't miss it and tell all of your friends
Yes.
that Hat Films released a new video.
Please do. Please just tell someone. Someone needs to know about our releases.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because the
that'd be
bus
great.
thing didn't work. I'll point out.
Bus thing.
We tried the bus thing. And that really
was
wasn't
funny.
I didn't really pull in the numbers. I mean, there's no stats to really base that off either. It's very
We've been on the side of
traditional
a bus
marketing.
in Bristol though, which is quite fun.
Yeah, of
like,
course. Yeah, that side
Our
of things.
faces have literally been around Bristol.
I know. Yeah, one of my brother's friends said he saw it a lot and found
We've
that
left
very
our
weird.
mark.
And I was like, yeah. on the side of a bus, but what for?
Anyone
What was it
could
all
leave
for?
their mark for $3,000. It's about
Apparently so.
$3,000. Just you want a full side of a bus,
Yeah.
5 of them in Bristol for a month.
thing is-
I'll sell them to you for $5,000.
And the thing is, you might get longer than that because they don't always change them.
Yeah,
So
we
we
got
were on
like
it for an
ended up
extra
having almost
few
2
weeks.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. I think we paid for a month because we wanted to sort of just be like lol, and that
Yeah.
was the least amount of lol time we could buy.
And that was our limit. Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Because we were like fairly sure it wasn't going to do anything. We're like, my God, we've got the power and reach of these incredible internet tools. What on earth do we think that some words on the side of a bus is going to be able to achieve over that? Like,
Yeah.
oh man. But that's the thing that the grandparents are interested in. Oh, you're on the side
Gassatog
of the
was
bus.
traumatized by it, apparently. Why? How were you traumatized? By seeing our faces all the time?
The fact that I had so many people ask me about it though,
Yeah, exactly.
locally,
Yeah, exactly.
like people that you'd never expect to look at bus ads, but that it really does get the locals going. If you want to promote like a theatre performance,
Yeah.
or
definitely.
something in the area,
Did they say?
Yeah.
bus ads are the way to do it. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
We should sell bus ads. I think we could really make a case for it already. Far more than they did, although they really we didn't give them much to go on. They were like, so what is this for? Have you got any other future things you need planning? And we're just like, no, we just want our faces on the side of a bus, actually.
Yeah, just once.
That was it, yeah. And
Yeah.
what messaging did you want there? Wow, just have you seen these men? And then it says Hat Films.
And they're like, right, yeah.
Right, that's weird. Do you think that
guess-
worked?
We did get free. Did get the free graphic design from our. Well, not free, obviously. We pay for it, but I guess that's one of the barriers. Is like they'll go like, right, you need a graphics artist to do this, and a lot of companies would be like, we don't have a fucking graphics artist.
Yeah.
But obviously we do.
Well, you can't just send them in like a scrawling on a napkin.
Apparently not. No, and like
Shit.
I think they can do designs for you, but it's exorbitantly expensive. I think that might be where some of the big cost comes in. Anyway, that's enough chat about fucking the real world costs of bus advertising.
Look, guys, you can do it if you want to. If you want to spend the money, advertise
Or
what you want.
alternatively, if you're watching this, much like someone like Darren, and if you own a big company and you want some consulting or work done for you, Hat Films are able to do this kind of thing as well. Hell, if you're a big YouTuber and you want to know how to save money, come and talk to us and we'll tell you to get an accountant. But we'll charge you for it.
Yeah,
We
you
love
get an
being
accountant.
the-
That's what. Just say you get an accountant. And then
Get an
move on.
accountant. You idiot. You
We've
fools.
already
We can be
given
your
them the
in-between
crash
guys.
course.
Yeah, we're like consultants. I mean, people do make money like this as well. It's just you got to have
know.
such a fucking wide base. And we know people like this who do this job already. And quite a lot of them are quite insufferable.
I mean, Stumpy agrees. He says he's stupid
What?
without his accountant. I agree. Not that you're stupid, but without one,
I think
I also
it just
am stupid.
you kind of get into it a little bit when you're starting out, I imagine, and then once you start offloading work onto other people, you no longer care about it or think about it, and it kind of feels like that sometimes with Craig when you're editing, and you no longer edit, you just kind of lose that expertise a little bit
Wait,
when you offload so much.
is this the accountant thing?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's like
No,
you
I know
think
what you
about
mean, in the sense
taxes
of-
and stuff,
Yeah.
and now it's just like throw expenses and PDFs at someone, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. No, I do.
One of those things is more
Maybe.
fun than the other, though.
Yeah, I was going to say comparing the editing. That, like,
I
that
don't
was
want to.
quite
I don't
nice
want to
to-
do the accounting.
Yeah,
No, it's a nightmare.
there's a real satisfaction in
Some people love numbers
editing, I
though.
think.
Yeah.
And some people hate editing.
Yeah.
That's true. When we got to the end of kind of doing Minecraft, I was sick to death of editing Minecraft. That's for sure.
You get
There was something
stuck.
about just seeing the same kind of world constantly in an edit
Yeah.
after already playing through all that stuff, which kind of just
Yeah,
Very,
you're basically
very
going through
crazy.
the same thing again.
Yeah. Also,
Whereas
all you're
vlog stuff-
doing is cutting as well. Like that's usually all you're doing. Like, yeah, you may add some like fun graphics or breaks or something in it, but like with that content, it's like the subject, like you say, never changes. Like the subject doesn't change. What you're shooting doesn't change, and so it's just like, right. I think
Yeah.
what's really cool about doing the vlogs, especially, is we get to see the equipment how that equipment works,
Oh, yeah.
and then knowing that goes into an edit, and then it's like, how did it look? What did it sound like? All that stuff is really cool. That's like super cool.
Yeah, I would say. I think it's very satisfying, especially with the camera changes this year as well. It looks noticeably different.
Thing is so crazy.
If you watched the vlog yesterday,
the A7S3 is
so nice.
So cool. The fucking low light is just ridiculous.
Yeah, you'll see in the vlog tonight. So there's a shot which we took pretty much in near pitch black, and yeah, it's crystal clear. There's a bit of grain, but
there's like a sort of grainy blur that it creates.
Pretty high ISO. I'm not sure what it was on at the time, but yeah, that camera really pulls it up. So yeah, it's good for on the road shooting.
Very impressive
if people
camera.
have any ideas of cool stuff we can do, throw us your ideas in the comments.
Haunted, the most haunted place in the UK.
Yeah, sure.
You want to go and camp in the most haunted place in the UK? I mean, the other one discussed yesterday was like worst campsites, and I'm like, guys, you are really throwing yourselves into the deep end of shit, of shit. Like it's like
it wasn't worst campsites.
No, we could just do some nicer things first. We don't need to. No, I mean we don't need to camp, but I think that the thing about camping is it creates things to film. True. Like there's more to film than just being in a hotel right? Room, like
unless of course you've got an interesting closet that goes into someone else's room.
Yes, of course, if you've got that and enough lubricant for 2 men, and a real desire to choke a guy with a pillow.
Yeah. That was a self-choking, I'll point out.
Yeah, of course, voluntary, consensual, and anyway. I think another thing which is really nice is that when you camp, you're in nature to shoot more nature.
True.
And at the moment, nature is very much enjoyed because people have been living inside a lot, I think.
Yeah. Once we've done with our shenanigans, we do a uncut time lapse of the fiery embers and release that as campfire ASMR on Billions.
Yeah, and then do a gender reveal whilst we're there.
No, that's
we won't be doing that.
Went that way.
Last fire, we had to delete the footage. Delete the footage, we said.
Come
and then we deleted it because, wow, that's a big fire.
We could go and help stop fires by wrapping trees in foil.
That's what they're doing. Only the roots. You see, they did that for General Sherman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just covered the roots with tinfoil. Wrapped and ready. Ready for the big fire.
Oh, it's like he's done
horrifying, though, isn't it?
It's going to be stewed in his own juices. It is pretty horrifying. But no, anyway, we should. I want to do a bit more camping. I think a winter camp could be interesting, or something. Boy. Because I do think that there's lots of interesting things to shoot.
Yeah. I think I'd love camping as much if I had the gear you had.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You'll see you'll see in the vlog tonight what gear he has in comparison to what I had.
Just your airbed you need to change.
Oh,
like
definitely.
That thing is awful.
Not as bad as Craig's. Well, actually, no. Yeah, yours was deflating.
Craig's is more suitable.
Craig's was like hiking camping style.
Yeah. But I do think that one of the things we need to make sure we do is we need to camp together in some way, like just doing one of the kind of camps where we're sort of just surviving is difficult to shoot in a fun way because I imagine most of us would have we'd all have one-man tents and things like that,
especially when you consider the fire situation again. And obviously we could have used a different source the entire time. We chose to try and stick it out. Again, you'll see it in the vlog tonight. We're teasing.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I thought of last night was, in my flights of fancy that I'm oft likely to do, we could do supercar camping. So we drive supercars up to maybe like the Lake District or somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just picturing that road we drove up just to get to the workplace we went to in Wales.
I've got scratches.
Yeah. So we wouldn't do that kind of camping.
Yeah.
So we would go up to Scotland or the Lake District and we would car camp, but with supercars. So like we'd have like tiny trunks and stuff like that, and we're all trying to get the 7-meter bell tent in them and stuff and things like that. Do like a supercar camp trip again. Just make it kind of exciting. Would be one
I think the bell
thing to do.
tent would have to go on the roof, mate.
He thinks, Jesus, imagine strapping anything to a supercar's roof.
Just the fear.
I mean,
the fear involved.
Well,
I don't
what if
think
it
we
was
can
like
fit any of it.
a Lamborghini Urus could?
Yeah. True.
They have boot
That's
space.
a bit more kitted out. Well, there's a bit more space to work with than the average supercar.
Exactly. There
What's
are
the
ways
Porsche one
around it.
that's
I
bigger?
mean,
It's the Carrera. No, is it the
what the hell's it called?
Panamera?
Panettone.
Pantone.
Pantone?
Pantone. No, it is the Cayman. No, it's not the Cayman. The Cayenne. It's the goddamn Cayenne.
Is it the same one the one we were driven around by that old dude?
That's a Panamera.
That is a
That's a
Panamera.
Panamera.
Yeah, that's
that's
what I
a
was thinking of.
saloon car, more of. It's not a.
So what's the? Is there a bigger
the
version?
bigger
like an
one
estate
is the
version?
Cayenne. Yeah.
That is a bigger version, is it? Oh man.
Yeah. The Cayenne is bigger. Yeah, the Cayenne is like an SUV crossover. It's the equivalent of an X5.
Oh yes, it is. That's the one which yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the one.
Mm-hmm.
Still though, I don't think we get half the stuff we took for this trip.
Oh, I mean, not all of it. No, fuck me. But this wasn't
camping chairs
exactly
are gone.
packing light.
Sitting on our asses.
Well, I mean, this could be part of the joy. We choose a car and then see how much camping equipment we can get in there, right?
The
Yeah.
joy until we actually camp with very minimal
Yeah, it's
stuff.
like
Yeah,
like when we
yeah,
said,
well,
oh, it's a really good
absolutely,
idea.
yeah.
Let's go up a mountain with all this
Yeah.
heavy gear on our back. Yeah, sounds like a good video. Do we actually have to do it? Yeah. Oh,
But this is
Okay.
exactly what I imagined with the
Yeah,
trying the
yeah.
worst campsites in the UK.
It's gonna be, yeah, like, oh, it
under
sounds
the
great on paper.
M32.
That
Sounds
wasn't the plan. You took that from what I said. I never said camp at the worst campsites.
no, I
We
think
camp so that we go to the worst places in the UK.
Yeah,
it's still
what's the
going to be,
difference?
yeah, it's still going to be.
There's no
questionable.
difference. It was, I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just saying that like there is the consideration you need to make is when you get there you're fucking miserable because you're camping in the worst places in the UK.
But we'd have all our luxury stuff in the tent.
Right.
Whereas with the supercar thing, it's likely we could sleep really badly.
Imagine just having to spend a night in the driver's seat.
Once
For
we're in
the
that 70
supercar, like, and
belt,
also
it
where
doesn't
are you?
matter
It's
where
just
we
like
are.
that's. Yeah, Jesus. Sleeping in a supercar.
No,
is
we would
something-
have enough space. We'd have enough space for some luxuries. We definitely would, because we wouldn't have to carry anything else. You know, all we'd have to do is like, because if we had one each as well, we'd all have a spare passenger seat. So like, you know, you could have enough space. I mean, yes, the 7-meter bell, we're going to need one of the vehicles to have like quite a large boot, definitely. But yeah, I think that's definitely possible to do it in luxury.
Someone said there's a guy who camps at roundabouts in the UK on YouTube.
Yeah,
my
I've
God.
seen his videos. They're
Really?
quite funny. Yeah, I mean, he does what like I think I've certainly thought about it, and you must do sometimes as well. Like when
Yeah,
you're
sleeping
walking
in the middle
along,
of a
you go
roundabout,
like,
yeah, of course.
yeah, you're like, what's going on in the middle of that roundabout for a
Yeah.
start?
Some of them are really
Uh,
well like
treed.
gardens,
Yeah, exactly. But then also, like, I don't, you know, when you go out for walks and stuff, sometimes you see places and you're like, oh, that would make a great little like hidey hole. What? Thanks, guys. There's no use. They'll never use it. What are you talking about there, Craig? Sorry, have we missed something? But yeah, like I've thought. Yeah, I want to try and sleep there. And this guy basically just does that. He's just like, yeah, I found a hole in this hedge, and I'm just gonna try and sleep here. What's really funny is if it's the guy I'm thinking of, he really doesn't like bugs.
For fuck's sake. And there he is. Being his own
What
little
they've
bug.
missed. What's happened?
What did we miss? Did we miss something? I see people keep posting this. If we could get some ex-SAS guys or similar military guys, we could do a night on the run from the SAS.
Oh my god.
Stealth camping.
We'd lose straight away.
When you consider what we like, just halfway up that
You'd see
climb,
our
our
7-meter
our
belt
backs were
and then
aching. We
there
were
they
just
are.
like, oh
Yeah.
my god! Like, imagine being
so-
chased by someone.
I mean, I literally know exactly how we would do this. So the Sterling Milsim, the airsoft Milsim that I sometimes go to up in the Brecon Beacons, literally offer this as a service. So you can actually get them to do this. They have ex-military guys who train there, and well, not train there, sorry, who are some of the trainers, and they basically run the Milsim ops that I go on. and they do one thing, for example, called selection each year, which is a half marathon version of SAS selection. So most of the stuff the SAS do physically, and some of the mental stuff as well. So you'll get like interrogated and stuff, but done for half the distance, half the time. One of the things that goes on in this selection is escape and evade, which is what you're talking about, which is, yeah, you have to remain undetected and hidden for, in this case, I think it's 12 hours overnight, and they have people hunting for you and stuff. What I will say is that I've been to a regular milsim, and they're fucking hard.
Yeah,
And going to one of these, I would never do. I would never do it because it's insanely hard and difficult. And we could do it, Craig, and it might be entertaining, and maybe we should just do it, but it would really be quite stressful. I've literally done this stuff where I've slept for 2 hours a night with my feet in the bottom of a fucking river because I camped in the wrong ass place. It sucks, and you come away feeling miserable, and I don't know how funny we could make it after a while.
Yeah, it depends what it is. If it was like, yeah, fuck.
Craig wants to set it ourselves. We set the parameters.
Right.
So one of us is like trying to find the other two, I guess.
If it was just a manhunt game, a game of manhunt in the woods with us, then sure.
Hide and seek outside.
So also, though,
But
that
doing
feeling,
something all night long, it's just like you've got to see where the value ends in terms of what we're actually doing it for.
Exactly,
like you've got to think, well, okay, how much are we actually going to use this content? We're going to spend 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's like set it out into stages, definitely.
Yeah, it's possible. It's pretty hardcore. Like we were one of the milsims I went on. We were expecting an attack, and we'd been awake. We'd been walking all day up these fucking giant hills in the Brecons, and we were expecting to get attacked. And I was knackered and really didn't feel like getting shot with plastic at that point.
You wait for engagement.
You know, and I was just like, fuck, man. Like, you know, even to the point where I'm like, why am I doing this stupid game? Like, I am so tired. Why do I want a bloke to come up and rush me in the middle of the night and blast me with a plastic rifle? But I was so worried about getting attacked that I was having like the worst night's sleep of my life.
Fuck,
right?
Of course you would.
I was
Christ.
like tossing and turning. I was thrashing around, and I was sleeping in a sheep pen, and I was in a bivy bag, which is like a waterproof cover for the outside of your sleeping bag.
Did it happen?
So I was laying on the ground, and it was raining, so all the sheep shit that was stuck at the bottom of the sheep pen was all like liquid, right? So my sleeping bag was getting covered in sheep shit where my bivy was.
Lovely.
I managed to get to sleep. It was freezing November. I managed to get to sleep, pulled the sleeping bag and the bivy over my head, like a slug or a maggot. Basically I fell asleep, but whilst I was sleeping, I was thrashing around so much because I was paranoid we were going to get jumped that I managed to rotate myself in the bivy bag, but stayed the right way in the sleeping bag. So, the bivy bag had rotated and the sleeping bag hadn't. So I woke up just black darkness. I couldn't see anything because the back of my sleeping bag was now on my face, so I couldn't see and I couldn't work out why I couldn't move. The zip was where my back was, so I'm trying to cut myself out of this sleeping bag, like, and I'm just like, and I'm like in a moment of like panic, like what on earth is happening? And then I realized, like, fuck, I'm turned around in my sleeping bag. So I pulled the thing back over my face, and there are these two guys just stood there watching me. They're just like laughing, like, "You're right, mate," and I'm like, "Fuck." And then when we eventually did get attacked, I woke up, both of my quads cramped, and I fell right on my face.
So you didn't actually get attacked in the night then?
No, but you just get so paranoid
because
because you're just like,
you're
you're
anticipating
expecting
it, you're
it.
like fucking waiting for it
It
to
could
happen.
happen, yeah.
No,
So
we did
sleep
get
would be piss poor.
We did get gone up on at about 2 a.m. with two Land Rover Defenders just ran right up to inside to our compound with their lights on and just fucking guns blaring. And that's when they were like, contact, contact, and everyone wakes up, and then you run out to repel this attack. And just as I stood up out of my bed, both my quads cramped up and I just collapsed on my face in like full gear. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot.
Were there any rules for like shooting people while they're in their sleeping bags?
Well, not really.
No? So they're allowed to just unload.
Aim for the teeth.
Refuse to get up.
It's the kind. It feels like the kind of environment. If that was to happen, you would be expected to go and punch the guy in the face, basically. You know, like it feels like that wouldn't happen because people act with a certain level of like respect and decorum, where you know you wouldn't try and fuck somebody over. But to be fair, if like a guy moved into a room and a bunch of people were sleeping in sleeping bags, I wouldn't begrudge them if they put like one shot into my like sleeping chest, you know, because it'll sting a little bit, but it won't really hurt, and it's sort of like, yeah, fair enough, you got us. But yeah, most of the time, I don't know, really. I sleep with protective glasses on, and I know most people do.
Jeez.
Gum guard as well? Or?
It's intense. It's part of it. It's part of the feeling and like the environment. It's like LARP. It's, you know, you immerse yourself in it.
Sounds like LARP.
Well, yeah, it's not like LARP. LARP's a lot safer, but like, you know, same experience mentally. For me, it's like an immersion. Yeah, exactly. It's just I quite like a little bit of a rattling now and then, I suppose.
Yeah, clearly. Bit of an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
Oh,
but not much of a junkie.
Australian dude who did those tours around kind of dangerous, dark places, dark tourist.
Yeah.
The one where he gets literally tortured. Would you do that?
No.
That was fucking rough. You had to sign documents.
Yeah, that was crazy. So what Ross was talking about is there's a company in the US that offers an experience of them just trying to mentally break you by doing shit like just torturing you, like Ross says, like torturing, really, like not pulling your guts out, but like making you stand in freezing cold water, then hitting you with like
putting you stress positions.
Like
screaming.
Was there
waterboarding as well? I think there was.
Yeah. There's noise like deprivation stuff as well. Like no, because I know I think when I was a bit younger and a bit more stupid, I could have been like, yeah, no, I've got that much mental control. I think I can do it, but I know that's not the case.
You get weaker and more fragile as you get older.
Yeah, I think so, a little bit, or at least perhaps just more empathetic and more wise. So
less
you kind of
depends on how much you really wanted to be degraded by a stranger on camera.
Yeah, that as well. But
I don't mind that. I get degraded by strangers in our videos all the time.
That's all true, yeah. Well, by us mainly.
Yeah.
No strangers. There's an audience of people watching you get degraded and laughing. What's wrong with them?
The comments of the strangers degrading me. I've been slow tortured my whole career.
I've been backpacked once.
Yeah, and you've only been vaxxed once, and that wasn't even
still the chocolate tub
was more
to
of a kink than a torture.
The chocolate tub still needs to happen.
More of a kink. The chocolate bathtub does. We just need a bathtub.
Yeah.
And a lot of chocolate.
And a fuck ton of chocolate.
And a fuckload of chocolate. Ooh! One more. Boom! Nice.
We got
her. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do it because I know I've got limits. I know I can be mentally broken. I don't need somebody screaming at me to tell me that.
Yeah. That's going to cost me a lot of therapy to go over that one. Brilliant. Just think of the financial implications afterwards.
Yeah. This actually destroyed me in a financial way. As well as a mental way. Thank you. Job well.
I wake up with night terrors now. Thank you. I already struggled
waking up
to sleep.
thinking I'm stuck in that sleeping bag. Also, I bought the most giga sleeping bag a while back for winter camping, just for myself. It's got so
thick.
I bought it. I think it was like last Christmas, because I was like, LARPing in the winter's cold, and me and Trot have been using these MOD Arctic bags, which are pretty good, but my brother's one got like really fucked up, and so we only have one left between us, and I was like, you know what, if we go to Milsom again, I'll get a new one. So I got this Corinthia one, which is so at LARP, the worst thing about LARP is getting up when it's freezing cold and going out for a piss, right? Like, it's you get the I do anyway, the worst shivers going from like a nice warm sleeping bag to like -3, and you're desperately busting for a piss and you're slightly hungover already. And so I was going outside just like, I'm shaking so much, and like, you know, like uncontrollable shivers. And I was like, right, what can I do beyond having to get fully dressed? Exactly. So there's this Corinthia sleeping bag that has a zip that you could put your feet out of the bottom, and it's got sleeves. I
Incredible.
look like Jabba the Hutt. It's hilarious. It's this giant sleeping bag, this giant Arctic sleeping bag that has arms and little leg ports. It's great, and I haven't used it yet, so I'm really excited for cold weather this winter to go out and sleep in it. But I just look like a giant slug boy. It's hilarious. I'm sure we'll get some mileage out of it.
Craig suggests camping at the warehouse in tents. That is one of the ideas we actually had, like an immersion center in the warehouse where we make it seem like we're in nature, but we're just in our warehouse.
Oh man, we could just put up a load of green screens and camp in that.
The projector works really well now, so we know that much.
Well, it has to be pitch black in there, yeah.
But if we project it onto the outside of the tent and we're inside, it's like, wow, it's like the sunset.
Also, we could stream it and people could choose what the green screen shows. So say we create an environment that we're camping in. So the floor, green, right? And then we put our big panels of green either side, like in a box, essentially. So we're camping in a box. Then we'll have like a few green objects in the campsite as well that people can, like, we can set to chroma key. And then people on Twitch, I hope Craig's watching because it sounds like something Craig would like to do because I can't, assign some form of like system where people get to vote on what background we have and what the objects are. So for example, you guys could tune in live at like 2 a.m. Craig, you're here, great. Like 2 a.m. you could join in, like we've gone to bed or something like that, but like chat's chosen that we're camping in hell right now, so it's just like a fiery scene. Our tents are like,
could make like agitating sounds and stuff.
Oh yeah, we could have speakers. Yeah, we could have a speaker hooked up.
A flock of bats.
Yeah, just spook the shit out of people.
Vuvuzela at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Man, we could
Sounds
do
like,
like a s'mores. We could do s'mores. Like we'd have a fire in there, sort of. Yeah, we could have a little fire, and we could like make s'mores or something in there as well. It's not our own torture room because it'll all just be green to us, but to you guys it'll look different.
Yeah.
It'll look like real. We will be camping on concrete floor.
Sounds like a subathon idea, guys.
That could be our subathon, yeah.
That could be, yeah.
We've never done one.
I mean, everyone's doing it. Surely we shouldn't
Everything,
all do them at the
No,
same
we
time.
really shouldn't.
I feel like the audience
No,
has been tapped out the last
definitely.
couple fucking.
Well, they did it in September, didn't they?
Yeah,
of course,
makes sense.
yeah.
September. Oh shit, that was my bed.
But no, I do think that,
Wow, look at that anime emote.
You're allowed to sleep now, I think.
4 a.m.
Yeah, didn't somebody do
camping
like
at
a really long, like 47-day subathon?
Yeah,
Like, how does that work?
there's a limit to how much you can actually stream on Twitch. And
But as
then
in,
you
like,
just
they
go
weren't awake
live
that
again.
entire time, right?
No, it can't be.
Surely not. Otherwise, you would like how many?
No, I think there's just a stream limit now where it cuts off the stream after a certain amount of hours, and then you just go live again.
Right. So is it a subathon considered how long you're live for, regardless of whether you're actually conscious?
Well, most of them do it like 24 hours or so.
No,
so,
no, but I saw somebody do like days worth, and it's just like
Yeah, they're
are
going to
you
be
staying
sleeping
awake
through
for
that.
or is it just I don't know.
Oh, they discontinued the stream cap, did they?
Oh shit.
Well, I think you have to like leave and not be on camera while you're sleeping. I don't think you can film yourself being sleeping. I don't know. I need to look at the
I don't
rules.
know. I wouldn't like that though. Just sleeping on camera.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like at a certain
You can be
point,
on camera,
you're
right.
kind of watching a CCTV camera, aren't you? Like,
Big Brother, isn't it?
it's just like, yeah, no,
It's your
I
own
guess.
personal Truman Show.
I don't know. I don't think personally. I find these like endurance events just a little bit tasteless. It's a bit like, all
Depends
right.
what it's for. Depends
you
what
just-
they're doing. Though. I feel like if there's challenges and stuff, it makes it more interesting and like
Yeah.
worthwhile. You know.
Yeah, perhaps, but there needs to be a limit though. There needs to be a limit, like because a lot of them are just like, I'll just keep streaming, and it's just like, well, I don't think that's fun. To just like see a person get slowly more and more exhausted.
Exhausted.
Like, I don't think that
Yeah, that's the milestones for
necessarily
challenges, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
milestones,
challenges like a
definitely,
challenge evening or interactivity. Great, sure. I think that like the reason they're probably popular is because there is an interactivity. There's a control element. But I mean, like looking at it as like a platform sort of promoting thing, it's like, yeah, come and watch these people slowly get more and more exhausted on stream. I don't know.
I say we
don't
just
think-
have sub goals, and then stuff happens when we reach those goals,
Yeah.
and that's it. It just comes up to a vote. Like Craig says, we can just do the heat map thing. People, the audience votes what happens, That'd be great.
Yeah. 'Cause,
Cool.
And then
I think
we set a time limit for ourselves so that we never go over that time limit.
Yeah, so I think the person who did it was called Athena, was it? I'm not sure if they've already got a huge following,
Thanks,
but
Craig.
they gained basically 30,000 subs.
Well, who the fuck do you work for, Craig? Getting back to work.
Operation Green Room. That's what we're calling it.
Operation Green Room.
Operation Green Room.
We need lots of green fabric, stat.
We're going to need to create some really large green screens.
And some lighting. That was the
I
other
think
thing.
Craig's working for someone else.
What?
He's got a part-time job elsewhere.
Are you fucking... Are you
Little
serious?
pocket.
No.
Oh no, wait, he's got countless hours of Red Dead Redemption 2 to get through.
Count.
Boom!
I think, yeah, it's either 20... about
yeah.
27k.
I forgot you.
I rounded up.
A what?
That's how much that Athena person... She streamed for like 47 days and got like 27,000 subscribers in that time.
That's such a huge investment of your health and energy.
It really depends on how... Yeah, I don't know what the sleeping like schedule
Yeah,
was.
if it was just
If it
regular
was just
and she was
basically
just
like
leaving.
I'm doing a month's worth of streams non-stop, then sure.
Yeah, why not?
30,000 subscribers is a fuck ton.
Ding dong.
Bum 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 bum.
Just a Rocket League person apparently, called to Stumpy. Stumpy, who don't you know?
Stumpy's just in the know,
I
right?
know.
You need to have someone with their...
Name dropping
Alright,
everywhere.
on the
He
ball.
knows everyone.
He's a networker. He's good at that. He's very proactive, unlike me. Just I passively wait for people to talk to me.
Who are you waiting on at the moment?
Stumpy.
Who would you like to talk to?
Yeah,
who are you hoping turns up?
Who are you waiting for?
Ooh,
That's,
I'm
I
waiting.
really want to talk to that person, but I won't. I'm waiting.
I
for
hope
them.
they,
Hope they
is there
know.
like a list? You're like, I'd really like to talk to David Attenborough.
David
Yeah,
Attenborough,
just waiting for
fuck's
that
sake.
DM.
Waiting for that call. David, is it
Fingers
you?
crossed.
No. Oh, for fucking hell, Mum. Why are you calling me?
Sorry, David. Just noticed you hadn't tweeted me yet.
Just noticed.
Just thought it was weird you hadn't tweeted me yet.
Yeah, I've
Fail
been
Race.
waiting for
Yeah,
the
Fail Race
age.
messaged us ages ago, I think, yeah, for that one.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It's a good idea. I don't know if he's still doing the same stuff. I'm not sure. Because he does like one a month, doesn't he?
Yeah,
That was,
it's a very popular format he created
Yeah.
there. Took a lot of effort to do, a lot of people involved. But fair play, he found his niche and he capitalized on it.
yeah. Well, well, that wasn't all the channel was, though. I think he also did like
He did other stuff,
gaming
but that-
commentary and stuff as well.
Yeah,
But I think that was the big hitter, isn't it? That was the big one people wanted to watch.
The Chase.
Is it the Chase?
No, that's just what it was though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
It was a
Corridor
hunt,
Digital
wasn't
to give us a call and say,
Or the digital, yeah.
we'll be your UK, you can be our UK branch maybe.
Mm.
We'll just give you all our technology know-how and deck out your warehouse.
Mm.
That'd be cool.
That
Teach
would-
us how to do the Unreal Engine real-time graphics, please.
Wow. Maybe
Like
that's something-
Mandalorian.
Where do you think they learn it, though? Just online
They-
tutorials?
They've just done it for ages and they've worked on it. That's all their content is. Imagine if all we ever did was like VFX stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'd be pretty damn good at it now.
Potentially, yeah. Although I'm very smooth-brained, right? I don't know if...
God, you're dumb.
Yeah, like, I mean, the moment I've done a task, I'll forget exactly what I did, just, like, seconds later.
Yeah.
It's a gift, I've been told.
In and out though, but it keeps the brain fresh.
Always
In and
fresh,
out.
Putting it down
just
with
like...
knowledge.
It's like
I'm
it's high
constantly
speed
peeling
RAM.
off the wrapper,
In and out.
if you know what I mean. You know, that
It's
fresh,
high speed RAM.
Yeah.
high speed.
He's quick,
Alright.
quick to learn, quick to
Quick to
forget.
flash.
He's too loaded. He's too loaded.
I'm a quick
Purge,
flasher.
purge it all.
Flash it now. Quick format? Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Quick format. Ross has
God,
got another
it's all gone.
nosebleed.
Quick flash, too
Too quick.
quick, that flash.
That was
Flashing my
too quick.
flash.
You've actually also just reformatted me with the incorrect format.
Oh, it's different
Oh,
firmware.
no.
Ross has got different firmware now. He's pooing out his mouth.
Oh, he's gone fucking Linux.
Shit.
Your input outputs are all fucked, mate. You want to go into BIOS?
I'm looking forward to my Stream Deck. Talking of Linux.
When are they
Your
hoping
Steam
to actually
Deck, you
Steam
mean?
Deck? Yeah.
Steam Deck, sorry, not
Three
Stream.
threw me off.
Yeah, I
with,
mean, you really
different
can't. You
brands.
can't
Sorry.
yeah. I mean, it's exactly the one you.
Take the R
Sorry.
away.
You stupid son of a bitch!
I'd like to
You're
hope they're-
becoming a problem. You're becoming a problem.
I hope their
the
advertising
problem was their
campaign involves
naming.
removing
There
the
was
R.
terrible name. Terrible name.
Nice deck. Nice
Thanks.
big deck.
Huge deck, bro.
It's 3 inches wide,
Yeah, it's
6
pretty
inches
big.
around.
I pre-ordered it, didn't you know? I can play games at almost 30 FPS on this thing. I'm mocking it now. I have no idea how well that thing's going to perform, but I can only
Well,
imagine it's not going to be the
It's not
smoothest
going to be
to
as
start.
good. No, but also it's on Linux. So what they're doing is like a wine style port for every game. It's like emulating Windows,
Yeah.
so that it can play Windows-based games.
It's interesting. You think that
So
would
that's going to have a
be,
performance impact.
Yeah, quite a lot of fuckery involved.
Because otherwise you have to get Windows license to run it. The Steam Deck.
I see. That
So
would
they've
suck,
they've
yeah.
got Steam.
They're like
license
20
Linux.
quid.
What,
Like a
for-
Steam license is not that. Windows licenses are not expensive off of like.
From a
certain-
consumer perspective, yeah, but I'm pretty sure
Don't they
as a
charge, like,
company that
100 and
develops a
something for it?
platform on
Yeah.
it, is probably a different costing structure, isn't it?
Potentially, yeah. But
Yeah,
then you think
yeah.
they would
To
have
distribute
a...
Windows.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
There was a time when I thought Windows distributions were going to start becoming free. Like, I feel like they should have done, but I don't really know how they're.
I think whilst they're still the market leader and able to charge for it, they're gonna.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
as in like between I think it was 7 or 10, it was free for like a few years, and like it looked like that was kind of the way it was going. Like for example, Mac OS. Obviously, it's you have to buy from them to get their hardware, so that's where they make their money, and they can make it free.
Windows 11's a free upgrade for Windows 10 users.
Oh.
It's
Right.
free so long as you stay in the ecosystem.
Right.
If you buy a new license, yeah, it costs. Or a new PC. That's when you buy new PCs, right? Because it detects hardware changes.
Yeah.
Or you forget your login information and just accidentally have to kind of reboot your PC completely.
Yeah.
And start from scratch, and then you're like, oh
Well, that's
shit,
a
where's the
smooth brain
code?
thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
smooth
yeah.
brained.
You'd hope that the people using the computers
No.
would,
No.
have a chance.
The other good thing about the Steam Deck, I'm not shilling for them, but it's cool. You can actually install Windows on it yourself.
Seems pretty shilly though. You do seem pretty shilly.
What, him
It's
saying
also
that?
probably the most anticipated and best product I've ever seen.
Is it? Yep.
Yeah.
So he was.
Yeah.
He was
Damn.
shilly. Finished with a hard shill.
Yeah.
In a way, I hope they come to us because of how good we are at shilling.
Well, yeah, and we've all pre-ordered it.
Oh,
So
Well, they don't
pre-ordered
need to,
it.
because
£4, but
Baby
We've
sells
already
itself
exhausted-
because it's so good.
Wait, what's this?
it could sell itself, much like the Razer
Preempting
14-inch laptop. That
Well, we're
we
not
released
sponsored for the
last
stream.
night. No, but if you can go watch that video, everybody, that'd be
Please.
great.
That would actually help us
Please.
a lot. With, I mean, they only sent us one of those bad boys. It'd be nice to have 3 at some point.
Yeah, they
in the
don't
future.
have any stock of that model.
Oh, do they
I've
not?
actually read some interesting things about it as well that I could tell you.
Go on.
It's to do with it's
mean-
not just about that. It's to do with all of
The
them.
components.
It's to do with components, and it's to do with power usage of components.
Right, interesting.
So NVIDIA's 30 series cards are now available in laptop form, right? Which is sort of they have the processors and things, but the big old heat sinks and coolers that you see on desktop graphics cards are changed in order to fit inside a laptop. They often also, well, what they've done now is NVIDIA's unlocked the capability to essentially set whatever settings speed-wise that they want. So what they're doing is they're putting 3070s and 3080s in laptops. Lots of people are, lots of manufacturers are, but they are
Underclocking them?
Exactly, they are underclocking them based on the output, the power output capability, and
right.
Other
Heat.
component features and heat based on what their specific laptop design can handle. So
Interesting.
the 3080s, for example, in a lot of laptops right now are all quite underclocked and underpowered because that's what's necessary to get to the current decent spec of laptop. Decent amount of battery, decent amount of cooling, thin enough, all that sort of stuff. So read something, I think it was PC Gamer or something along those lines. Essentially, they
Foundry.
said 3070s and 3080s in most well-designed laptops, there's very little difference in performance because the 3080s will be underclocked where the 3070s won't be.
Right.
So it's almost, there's no real economy behind buying a laptop with a 3080 over a 3070 because
Right,
of the way that power distribution works.
See, so which one's in the 14-inch, the 3070?
So there are two options, much like, but this is not just for Razer. I'm not trying to fuck over Razer here. This is for every single laptop manufacturer out there. They all are providing these options, but really all you're doing is they're not charging you much more to put a 3080 in. You're just giving a bit more money to Nvidia or wherever they bought the 3080 from, right? So they're not really losing
Good
out.
branding, good marketing to
Yeah.
say this is a more powerful card.
Exactly. There is the 3080 option here, and that's what people
Right.
are going to want. But
I suppose you could, if you're good with tech, you could hack it so that you can unlock the card's full potential at the cost of, heat.
yeah,
Overheating.
And certain designs which of laptop will better utilize the 3080 over others. Like for example, the Razer Blade is designed around thinness and sleekness.
Portability,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Whilst there are other brands out there that are a bit more chunky, a bit frankly less desirable, but
MSI.
they're getting a little bit more out of the 3080 in terms of power.
Do you remember my big MSI laptop?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, I do,
crap,
yeah.
that was a beast.
17-inch screen, didn't it?
That was not enjoyable
17
to
inch,
lug around. I may as well.
You wanted it as a desktop replacement though, right? That was the idea.
Yeah. At the time we were in Filton, I think, when I had
Yeah, I
that.
think so.
Yeah.
Just
And I
chunky
just
boy.
wanted to run The Witcher 3 on it
Such
as like the
chunky
benchmark.
wedges, weren't they?
Yeah.
It ran it like medium settings, and then I was just like a bit disenfranchised by how fucking bulky it was.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You have to sacrifice on the keyboard. I guess I could have plugged the keyboard and stuff in, but the idea is it to be an all-in-one system, really.
So we're looking at the Razer, what the Razers have available in the UK at the moment. Last time I checked, the 3070 model was the one that was out of stock because it's like £500 cheaper than the 3080 model, and the only difference is the 3080 that you're not going to get as much juice out of.
Yeah.
So like I think people know that after seeing the same things I've read, and the 3070 model, which is the model we had, is only £2,200, which I know is a lot of money, but a very
How did
good
the,
value, I think.
How does the mobile 30s compare to the?
Oh, they're less powerful, of course. I mean, of course.
Yeah.
Less.
I
like-
just want to know like how
Not
much
that
less, because obviously they utilize the
70 will be
same
great.
name and everything.
Yeah. No, the 3070 in those laptops will be excellent. Like you'll be able to run most modern games at high, probably even.
You say that, Alex. I installed Final Fantasy 14, which is currently the benchmark for the top tier PC gaming. I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ran like a dream.
yeah, I'm sure it would.
Ran
Yeah.
like a fucking dream.
Yeah,
At
no, they're good. And
160
also
hertz.
they have the AMD
You've got 240
5900s in them, which are
Yeah.
really good processors as well. They're great.
Did you run it at 240?
You can't on
You can't,
the
165.
14-inch one.
Oh.
They're 165.
So it's 165 on that
Yeah.
one. I thought the one that you had dropped was 240.
Oh yeah, that one I can. I
Oh,
can.
that one, of course.
It's a bigger razor blade.
The thing is, though, it's not gonna run it at 240 frames. This is the problem. Even
No.
like the new one has 165 hertz, but it's 1440p and it's 14-inch, so it's really high density screen.
Also, I'd argue, and I could be setting myself up for failure here, but above 144, I think is indistinguishable.
What you mean in terms of like a 4K?
Actually, it's seeing the refresh rate with the human eye.
Also, there's far more to a good screen than
Diminishing returns.
resolution.
144 is still pretty fucking buttery.
Yeah.
what I
144 is
mean.
great. 144 is great.
I think 144 is kind of like the peak performance
Yeah.
benchmark that we should be aiming for, rather than like 320 hertz.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the old what's it called? On digital cameras, what's the benchmark that they used to
what,
use?
megapixels,
Where they said like more and more megapixels, but they weren't actually
Like,
increasing
what
the
about
quality of the
sensor?
camera.
Yeah.
But I'm happy it's got a high refresh rate screen. Put it that way, because there's still plenty out there that are only 60 hertz.
You
Like-
definitely notice the jump from 60 to 144.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
say 144 to 260 or whatever is much harder to detect.
What? Yeah, I mean, the frame rate, like viewability aside, these laptops are still laptops. You're
Yeah,
not
it's
getting
crazy, isn't it?
240 frames in probably any game you care about that kind of frame rate for.
Yeah.
So it's kind of null and void. I think
Again, for the
165 on a
4K.
3070 is really good.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah. So, but hey, I just think it's great laptops. I think they're great. I was really impressed with how much power they've put in
Yeah.
a really
It's
small
one of those
size.
things where like you're skeptical until you actually try it out.
Yeah,
And realize,
yeah.
oh, actually,
These-
they're actually. I mean, that's why they're expensive. It's basically the reason, right?
Yeah.
And they're
actually
not
good.
even
I'm
that
surprised.
expensive.
Well,
Like,
yeah, in
as
the
well,
scheme of things, and if a graphics card,
2200 for a game, for a laptop that has a graphics card in it versus what Apple charge for a fucking laptop, it's just ridiculous. Like the screens on Apple's are amazing, I will say that, but like,
they're not
like,
high refresh rate though.
no, and the
Other
cost
than
is
you
just
you can't really game on them
yeah.
even now. Like the,
No, you can't. Yeah, they just don't. They aren't interested in that market.
I thought 14-inch would be a detriment screen size wise, but actually, because it's a 4K screen,
It's
Wait,
not.
what?
It's
actually-
1440p.
it's actually-
Just 1440.
1440.
It's just dense.
It
isn't
did feel really crisp.
Yeah,
Felt nice.
it's great.
I thought I'd struggle to see it all,
I haven't
but
gamed on
Also,
that
it's a
one.
laptop. You can actually have it on your lap and it not feel like
shit.
a lot. You know, like
well, yeah.
it's not very heavy. It's not very big. I like that because I always used to have the 13-inch MacBooks before, like they pretty
Yeah.
much made away with the MacBook Pros in
Oh
13-inch.
man, I remember that old school one I had.
That
which was
little
like a
one,
white,
yeah.
white MacBook.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it just had the performance of a snail. It was so shit, and it couldn't run like Final Cut, which is the only reason I got it. And they didn't like. There was no specification to explain that beforehand. It was just like, oh, it doesn't only runs like the Express version or whatever. And it's just, oh my god.
Is the new Final Cut any good now? Because I remember when they revamped everything.
I
And
haven't used it in so long now. I've just kind
I
of
was
converted to
talking-
Premiere.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy the other day who's getting into more video editing, and he's just bought a brand new Mac for it and everything. And I'm like, oh right, what software are you using? Final Cut? Because I thought the same thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe that's more normal now. And he's like, oh no, Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
I found Final Cut's timeline really confusing.
Yeah,
'Cause it is,
like,
it's
the whole
annoying to
nested
use.
thing.
I don't like that.
yeah.
But then I'm sure maybe there's a optimization once you get used to it, it's better. But
it
I'm
just
an old
felt
boy.
unnecessary.
I want these
Yeah.
tracks.
It's kind of like
when you want to like select a clip and move it, it's really difficult to do that. You know,
Yeah,
like
because it tries to
yeah.
lock it into
It
where you
shouldn't
put
be
it.
hard.
Yeah, it's fit.
yeah.
It's the type of thing that once you get used to it, you probably wouldn't mind it, right? But the, you know, like any software, but this
Man.
linear timeline structure seems
I was
quite easy to use on Premiere.
mindlessly scrolling through TikTok as you do,
Mine
and I came across someone that's like editing videos for TikTok.
right.
And they just film their process, and my god, the fucking loopholes people have to go through to edit stuff on a mobile
On a
is
phone,
insane.
Yeah. Right.
Like they go to one app and they use that app to do like certain edits, like
Yeah.
speed up, slow down, and then what they do is they bring up the Apple thing to like export that, send it to blah blah next app.
Yeah.
That app then does like the color tweaks, and then it's just all like the flicking
Yes.
motions and like the tapping and the
It's just fiddly as
navigating around the limitations of iOS
Yeah.
to edit a fucking video. It's like,
Literally.
oh my god.
I don't know how people do it. Fair play to them when they do it, but like it's
But-
just you don't get the same kind of. I don't know. I feel like you can do so much more when it's like in the format of
Problem
Premiere and
is-
stuff.
There's certain apps which do things exceptionally well. Like I'd say most photo editing apps on mobile are so much more accessible than opening up Lightroom or Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To getting a
quick
nice
fixes, yeah.
preset with like sliders
Yeah.
and like tweaking an image is so much more of a user experience on mobile than it is on a PC.
Yeah.
You start with a blank canvas and you've got way more customization, sure, but like to get an immediate product out of something, it's much easier on mobile.
Yeah.
And it's only ever going to end up being viewed on mobile anyway, because you're most
Yeah,
likely making a
exactly,
social
like-
media video or picture.
Yeah. Also, the amount of like machine learning that's used in photo
Yeah.
processing on apps now, because like it probably knows better what most people like their lighting
Yeah.
settings to look like than you
Yeah.
do. So
The
It's
apps themselves are incredible.
interesting,
It's
so
just like
it almost goes hand in hand with the idea of like selling these pro products to regular consumers who will never use them.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
obviously the latest kind of you can get Apple ProRes on your videos. It's like,
Yeah.
do you know what that means? And do you know how fucking like pointless that is from the average person? Like, and also well, what is it? What was I thinking of? There's a product. What were you saying before, Trot?
huh?
I've lost track of what.
Just
uh,
talking
talking about
about-
apps and
Yeah.
Oh,
how
okay, yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
And how
better
convoluted it is.
editing.
Yeah, it makes it easier just to access them.
Yeah, apps as a standalone product, some are exceptionally good at what they do, but they're often like they specifically speed up and slow down a video, and then you save that video, and then you send it to another app that specifically does color grading exceptionally well, and you send it, and then every time you want it all in one, but also you have to use iOS in between, like. You have to allow iOS to come up and then export to a certain thing that the next app can then pick up.
It's like
the other app left off.
desperately need a bridge between like the PC version and the kind of iPad iOS. Where
exactly. I mean, imagine if you could just put your
Windows,
iPhone into
do you know what I mean?
Like a docking system that has a desktop app associated with it, right? So imagine like a wireless bay. Put your phone into it, like on that bay, or even just using iCloud access, you could do it as well, where you just open an app that isn't this fucking horrible, intrusive bullshit that they usually make on your desktop, and just edit from there. Like, oh, here's the video. Bring it.
This is what the iPad Pro should be.
Yeah, exactly.
But why are they using the mobile version of iOS on iPads when you can, like, you should be able to plug it into a display, like Smith says, with USB-C. It's got a really powerful M1 chip in it. And turn it into like Mac OS.
That's it.
It's
exactly.
like Samsung and stuff does that with their really powerful phones now. So a lot of the processors in Samsung phones are really, really powerful. So they just have like it's a pretty shitty app, I think, because Samsung makes shit software, or at least shit skins for software. But like, it does allow you to do that. It becomes a desktop experience that you can just navigate using desktop tools, which are much more powerful. But
the other thing I forgot earlier was literally talking about how they're selling pro products to people who won't use them, just like they kind of try and sell like streaming setups to people who probably won't use them in the same way and stuff. It's just very bizarre, really. Who are they trying to market to? Who's buying, lights and cameras?
To the average consumer that want to feel like they've got a product that's
pro,
more than
the top end.
It's top end essentially. When really a pro user would not use that product at all. They'd be using a bespoke camera or a bespoke
we've had a few subbies in. One from HKJJJK, who's a 31 month, saying holy molu. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Alec Drew 89 is a 12 month, thank you. Zwisted is a 21 month there, saying hat boys, thank you very much.
Like your nuts.
Shaking Banana.
Twisted.
Twisted. Oh, no, thank you. Is a 50 month saying, thanks, lads, the best as always. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you,
it's
everybody.
Called Prosumer with tools. Yeah.
I feel like the MacBook Air is less powerful than the iPad Pro, right?
They're probably almost on par nowadays, aren't they?
That's what I mean. It's like one is actually has an operating system that is functional with a mouse and keyboard. The other one's still using iOS.
So I've got an iPad Pro and it's fucking great. Like the
hardware's amazing.
The hardware's incredible, but it's just like there is that limitation of just like, do I want, if I'm going to edit a video, am I going to use
for the operating system? My
PC, or am I going to use this system where I have to go in and out of so many different apps to make it like function properly, which is just adding time to your workload, which is not a professional setup.
You're not.
Maybe
you're not
it's
seeing.
portable.
You're not seeing the hardware at its fullest potential other than just navigating iOS. It's like, it feels snappier. That's it. I'll go on Twitter now.
Exactly, because the average consumer is just, it's 2 times more powerful than this other chip. It's like, what does that mean for the apps that you've been using every day for the last 2 years? Like,
I want to know how many fucking nature photographers there are out there, because apparently every time they advertise these things, there are people out like living in vans, taking photos of nature, editing them on their iPads, and then somehow earning a living.
Well, the kind of people that can have a brand new iPhone and live in a van have already made their money another way.
That's what I mean.
That's a good
true
point.
Prosumer.
Well, they do clips, and they've done a clip of the recent one showing how the bokeh effect works in video now, which is obviously just a gimmick. And like, who's going to use that? Because it's gonna glitch all the time. You're going to have edging, and but sure, it's a fun technology. If it works well, then so be it. But they showed like a video of them making like a professional movie and stuff. It's just like all the other stuff they actually needed to get that to work as well. They had the gimbal setups and stuff on this. They had the phone in place.
All the lighting.
Using this, and the lighting as well. It's like you still had to use a lot to get that to look that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just selling you a lie. You don't need it.
That's what I was looking at the other day when we were doing those TikTok videos.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, but they're going to end up on TikTok, right? Which is on mobile mostly, unless you're Mark Humes, who refuses to use the app and only look at stuff on PC.
Oh, does he really
Fair
use
enough.
TikTok on PC?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that's
Okay.
just fine because he's always on PC. But like, I feel like TikTok has so many like built-in tools, and you could probably export to like Premiere on mobile. There's certain things that just work better on mobile.
Yeah.
Like the green screen thing, people kind of want it to be the janky version rather than trying to run it through After Effects and do all that shit.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
And you want to be able to post it immediately, but you need to get it back onto your phone
So it's on. Oh,
to do
I
that.
pulled away because I thought you were gonna strike
I
it.
missed it. I didn't have any boost. I don't think that really affected it, but
But yeah, there's something nice about that raw. There's an edge to it, and obviously a natural. You've used the app to make that product, right?
Exactly.
Because yeah, when we
And
were
also,
editing them, we were editing them through Premiere.
some things are done easier on mobile as well, like just dropping some text on and then resizing, rotating it with your fingers, rather than like, okay, create a new layer, drag that on.
Well, I don't know, that app, the latest version, well, it's like a beta version of Premiere, allowed me to, it does automatic captioning. So it'll listen to the audio through and then just put the captions on. You've kind of just got to jiggle them into the right place. So that was a lifesaver. But yeah, I'm sure if that technology moves to mobile, then yeah, you've got it all sorted, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think also there's this sort of ideological change in marketing in the pro kind of it used to be that everyone used to think MacBook Pros and Mac Pros and things like that were used by professionals, right? So they were like they unlocked a door to tools and capabilities that you wouldn't have, right?
Yeah.
So nowadays, where our lives are, well, for people who use phones a lot, our lives are measured in terms of our posts, the quality of our posts. So if you've got a professional grade tool, that no longer means that you're a professional that works in a particular environment, but it does mean that you can produce professional photos or professional looking photos for your social media, right? So people go, so they like you more. Ultimately, we've made a link between camera quality and people liking you more or being more interacted with on social media, and interactions equals dopamine, I guess. So like, essentially that's what we've done. We've gone from thinking that pros use Macs to thinking if you buy a Mac, you become a pro. And the pro in this case is a person that's successful on social media apps, which tends to be the person with the best tools.
Yeah.
That's why people want a really good
make
camera.
it big on social media nowadays aren't necessarily the ones with the most professional stuff.
No.
It's often the stupid memes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we're in this weird place.
It's like PewDiePie
Us.
using a 720p camera for like 6 years.
Oh my god, I
you never
watched a
needed to
video of his
upgrade it.
today and it was flickering on and off because he had a dodgy cable, and then I
just
watched
left
another video after that, same fucking problem. It's like he hasn't fixed that HDMI or whatever.
Yeah, but that's an
between
endearing
videos.
thing in terms of like, there's a relatability to it. It's like when all these rappers have great like debut albums because they've been talking about their life, but then when the moment they get millions, then all they do is just talk about boring things like having money and being rich and being really wealthy and having a mansion and having diamond thing. It's like, yeah, well, you've lost your charm because that wasn't why people enjoyed your music. It's like
Unless
if you
you're
can
the
keep that, if
Sidemen,
you can stay
people
grounded.
fucking love that when they show
their
off all
stuff.
their wealth.
Yeah, but I think that's to be fair, YouTube is a lot like that.
It's
though,
a
isn't it?
different. It's changed. I think now there's.
But there's still that
more of a-
grassroots kind of like you built up from a certain point, sure. But like I'm talking about basically the creativity of rap music dying after they make shitloads of
Right.
money. But yeah, like YouTube
That's
is
true.
similar in the sense of like, well, they've started from nothing. You've watched this kind of progression to the point where they've got now these mansions, whatever, and people who actually follow them probably think, yeah, fair play.
Now, what do you mean, mates, Stumpy? Are you mates as in you tweet each other now and again, or?
He spent his entire time chatting, just saying which YouTuber he's friends with. Zerka. I don't know which one's that one. Is that the one who did the Tommy T song?
I couldn't tell you. I know Vicstar. I know KSI. I know KSI's brother.
Whoops.
Deji.
And then
I know
there's
the short guy with the blonde hair that's kind of like
the
a
EA
tank.
one. Which one's that one?
I know the tall kind of one that says stupid stuff. You've been to his apartment for a board game night, if that counts. I mean, yeah, that does count.
Sure.
What have you got like a football sort of sticker book going? Stumpy,
Yeah, I was going to say, Stumpy,
them?
you're collecting these. He's name dropping. He's got so many names.
I'm impressed.
Well, I've got
Are
Alan
you-
Shearer.
Are you? You got Alan Shearer? Oh no way! Were you friends? Are you friends with him? Did you watch
No.
him? Long time
The thing
supporter.
is, I'm just so fucking rich and famous myself that you're welcome for me being in chat alone. Yeah, I mean, if he's got friends like Zerka, why the
Yeah.
fuck is he in our chat?
I don't know.
We're small fry.
We are very tiny fry.
We're the people that ground him because he's so up there all the time, just mingling.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
Pulling him
true.
back
With the
down
lead-
to the
With the
gritty
lead
realism.
weights holding us down. Don't worry. No, there's no risk we'll get above it. No, we've been sat at just over sort of
Yes.
800,000 for some time. Yeah, no, it's fine.
kept
We
us
will.
fully grounded.
We're quite
Completely.
confident.
We've sold all the planes. We are grounded completely.
Zerka, 1 second. It's your go at drafts, by the way. But while you're saying that, I just need to go and check in with the Peasants Hat films because I feel like this is all getting to my head. Yes, one more champagne, please.
Another champagne.
Another shampoo. The expensive one, of course.
Make the children cry in it. Can we just go back to the main menu for a minute?
Yes.
Make the children cry into the champagne, please.
Yes, we need their tears. I love the salt.
I love the salt. It tastes like.
Milo says he worked on a KSI game.
It tastes like processed food.
Yeah, I think
you
you've told us that before, Milo.
Is that
I
one
think.
of the? There was a trend where YouTubers releasing little games, apps and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? I know PewDiePie had one, didn't he?
Probably.
Yeah, he had a couple. He had a few. I don't think they're as big now, no. I feel like what YouTubers would do nowadays, a bit more savvy rather than put their name on a thing, is just own a game publisher or be a game publisher.
Yeah. If you can.
Yeah.
Like be that anonymous investor or a very much vocal investor of like,
Yeah,
we've just
there's
released an actual proper game rather than a shoehorned game with my name on it.
Yeah. Although,
Like
yeah,
Yogscast, I guess, in a way,
Yeah.
are making actual games and publishing them.
Indeed. Cheers.
Actual games drop.
Actual games. They're
Not like
publishing, right? Is that?
PewDiePie Simulator or whatever. See what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It depends. I mean, PewDiePie's massive, so like, surely that kind of thing
Yeah,
was only going to do well.
yeah.
Yogscast did.
That's
make a
what
game,
that's
didn't they?
literally what I'm saying. Yeah.
Did they though? Which
Well,
game
they
was that had?
invest and have people in house, yeah, that are developing. But they're also publishers. It's indie stuff. Let's not mix anything up.
Yeah.
They're indie
It's not Yog Ventures. It's
titles. Yog Ventures, right?
not Yog Ventures.
Guys, I'm just sending you a quick link.
Oh yeah. What is this for?
This is porn.
Oh wow, it's
It's all
very
porn.
close up. Whose is that?
No, the balls are too big for it to be me.
Just getting cozy down there.
The fastest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is porn. Hold on. I have to turn this sideways.
Right. Have you read all the stream? I can load up Streamlabs. Recent events. What's happened in recent events?
Oh,
His HSB Kirk has resubscribed for 24 months, just saying DOS or DOS. Is that 2? Spanish?
is it DOS?
Thanks for the 2 years. It probably is. Thank you very much for the 2 years subscription there, HSB Kirk. Appreciate that length of support.
Thank you
Shaking
very
Banana as well, I
much.
think was earlier, which was like 50 as well, which is crazy. Wow. Thanks, everybody. It's nice to not have to worry about your job in a pandemic. I mean, of course, we still
Yeah.
worry, but like, holy shit, people have been through a lot of shit. But we thank you very much for continuing to support us.
Thanks.
Yeah. What's been going on recently in the world of Hat Films? We've got the new vlog out tonight. Don't miss that. Is that going on Hat Films? Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Or is it going to Hat Gaming? Yeah.
No, Hat Gaming is the home of gaming for Hat
Yeah.
Films. So if you weren't
Yeah.
really aware of this is something that I'm still seeing comments where they're like, "Guys, I haven't seen you in years." We have the gaming channel. That's good. And then in real life stuff is now on Hat Films. Won't be as frequent as daily because quality and time has to go into some of these things. But any real life stuff is all there. That's the home of it now. But we have left it. There's a lot
Excellent.
of gaming stuff on there. There's years of gaming stuff on there. So at some
Yeah.
point, 10 years down the line, we'll turn Hack Gaming into a real life channel as well, and we'll just have a cyclical thing going.
Exactly. Everything goes in cycles, doesn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, we could have hat cooking as well. But then at a certain point, we're just creating channels because YouTube systems don't work very well with just creating playlists and categories.
Yeah.
We have quite a broad sort of selection of stuff. I mean, it is just three white men doing things. Of course, you could classify it as that, but there isn't a section for that on YouTube, unfortunately. And if there was, it'd probably be extremely highly competed. Let's be honest.
Where?
So yeah, we just have to create new channels for things. Hat painting, hat
Yeah.
fishing.
I mean, there was
Any
a time
action
when I
we
think
do.
Lewis was doing that, wasn't he? For Yogscast, they were making various channels for
Yeah.
various activities and games. And
Well, it makes
Some of
sense
them
if you
worked.
don't want your channel to have like legacy impact from other things you've done on it, right? That's the
Yeah.
one surefire way of ensuring that the algorithm gives it a fresh shake, because shit changes a lot with the algorithm. Oh, I suddenly got XP for some reason. For sitting in a menu XP. So yeah, it's tricky. It's a tricky game to play. Like Ross was saying earlier, it's kind of just, we've been doing it for quite a while now, and it feels like we don't really know anything more about how the website really works or where
No,
they're
yeah.
going, because they change things a lot without.
I wouldn't.
And
know how
also,
to
like,
advise
I mean, I
someone
don't know about you
if they're
guys. Do
starting
you
a channel.
follow YouTube videos or whatever the Twitter is on Twitter? It's just the most empty brain shit
don't.
coming out. I mean,
I check
it's just the
trending quite
worst.
often to see what's kind of been shoved out into the
Well, that's
algorithm to see what
that's different.
the zeitgeist is.
Yeah.
But beyond that, no, I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a mess to find anything organically. But the recommendation, I mean, once you've watched one video, you'll get recommended all of them. So if you watch one of our videos, you'll start seeing like a load of them. Most of them are the kind of Russian roulette simulation videos, which is still going strong, by the way. People
Still out there,
really-
people loving it, laughing
That
it
video,
up.
I mean,
These guys are hilarious. I am not going to subscribe.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting side of YouTube when we had that video go semi-viral, because it's just, yeah, no one subscribes from it. Like the subscription in the stats just not really staying, but it's got millions and millions of views just from the way that I think it's been forced down people's throats.
Welcome to Make.
What was it called? Russian roulette, I guess, is just the. That films.
I'm texting you, Alex.
It's like playing Russian roulette for real. 3.7 million views.
Oh, hello.
Now that's obviously we haven't released that much stuff the last month or so. Wasn't months, sorry, year. But that is still consistently month on month, probably one of our most viewed videos. So whoever's watching it loads, nice.
Thank you. It's much appreciated.
Oh, did that work
Yeah,
for you then,
yeah.
Trot? Mine didn't work. As in, yeah, shit.
What do you mean? There's no stock?
No. Oh well.
What is it? 512 graphite.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So if you are watching that video over and over and over again, you're doing us a service. It's probably going to be there for our retirement. I mean, it doesn't earn much now, but should we just like fill that one like to the brim with ads for anyone who gets suckered into watching that one video, the only video of ours that's got any popularity, and see how much it makes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's got 3 ads on it, so that's kind of average.
It's 15 ads.
Bump
Let's
up
do
those
it.
numbers. Let's really pump it in. See if it gets taken out of the system then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. I mean, it's a fun video. It's a cool video.
It's just one of those things where you don't expect. Like, it was just a video we felt like making at the time. We found a funny game, and that's it. And that's what happens, I guess. But it certainly hasn't bolstered any of the other content on the channel.
No, exactly. It's had like no spillover, so they can't be recommending any of our videos to people who watch that, which is mad considering we did one that was almost identical.
I mean, that's done well though. I mean, well, for what it is, like 400k. That was like soon after, because obviously, you know, once you get one mega like hit like that, you want to follow it up, because it was a couple of weeks after it started like growing, and we were like, oh shit.
It was
let's do
weird,
another one.
yeah, how it just kind of took off and still going. It's crazy. And the other ones kind of do the were linked to it. Some people go on to watch. Oh yeah, I want more of that, which is weird. But yeah, cool.
There you go, a little bit of info on that one. It's like
It's a
playing
bizarre
Russian
one.
roulette for real. There's a lot of people looking for Russian roulette apparently, which is
We've just got
worrying.
to do a few more of those that just endlessly create views for us, and then we'll be fine.
We'll
Sorted for life.
be
kinda
able
like,
to tread the water.
Littlewood, when he kind of lived off Screw the Nether for a few years, because that did ridiculously well.
some. I think that's still got legs. Anything Christmas. To be fair, the Christmas songs, they're big. They're big. You know.
Yeah, they are. I mean, parodying popular songs before it became outlawed was huge as well. But then it became outlawed. I mean, we didn't do it.
We never
I
got in trouble
suppose.
with R1.
Sad for good.
Sad for good.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. What do you call someone with no body and no nose? Nobody knows.
Oh yeah, I need to reply to Stumpy.
Nothing.
That's pretty good, Smith.
Does anyone need narc? I know a guy.
Jesus Christ.
Two goldfish in a tank. One turns to the other and says, "How do you drive this thing?"
Fuck's sake.
So fucking bad.
Are you arranging a tourney? Is that what's happening?
Another, potential if we want to do
Potential
another
RL
one like
tourney.
we did before.
Yeah, that was really good fun. I think
was
also
fun.
we'd have more people involved, because I know Sips wasn't keen the first time we did it, but I know he probably would want to do some.
It went so
Rocket
well,
Cast.
everyone wants to be part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
We-
I definitely think
We
could
could
get
organise
some
it
people.
for Jingle Jam, I guess, but
I think so. That could be an event. That's a day. Well, it's half
as
a
long
day.
as we get the vids out of it,
Oh,
but everyone could do their own thing as well.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
But as a stream, sure. If not, November.
Yeah, that'd be a fun day. Doing a Rocket League stream. Yeah, for that. Stumpers, big S.
Stumpers, the big S, big old stumpy nuts.
Stumpy nuts.
I have
Stumpy
to
nuts.
Trot's attention. I was literally just talking about it this whole time.
He has been talking about it. Come on.
Oh, Wimbowe. Oh, Wimbowe.
Made me cry with happiness. Holy shit.
What do you call a bear without any teeth? A gummy bear. Thanks, confused goose, for 4 months.
Fuck now. That's awful.
It's got no fucking teeth, Trot. It's all gummy. Did you hear about the cockle who went to the seafood disco? She pulled a muscle.
Where are you getting these from?
Oh, apparently I searched earlier the best jokes of 2021, and this was very high near the top.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
They're making this up. Someone made that website and said best jokes of 2021. They Googled it themselves.
Yeah, and they did.
Uh-oh, I might be solo here.
Yeah, hold on.
It's alright, it's only casual. I'll see if I can do it.
3.7 mil.
Oh, Wimbowe. Oh, Wimbowe. Oh, Wimbowe. 3.7 mil what?
I'm looking at that video. That's how many views that video's got.
Jesus Christ.
It's insane, isn't it?
That's bonkers.
Oh my god.
I wonder if it's just particularly attractive to view bots or something like that. And there's just like a load of view bots that are
Perfect
just.
algorithm video.
Yeah.
I thought the mere mention of Russian roulette would demonetize it.
Yeah, I guess those words isolated are fine, but YouTube's not picked up on the fact that it is VR suicide.
That's good. I got another joke for you. Apparently,
into this gun.
Oh.
Look at this gun.
Apparently,
Mm.
in Hawaii, they had so much trouble with loud American guests that they had to bring in new noise laws. So you're now legally not allowed to laugh above like a certain amount of decibels. You're only allowed to use a low ha.
Fucking hell. The setup for that was so not worth the
Aloha.
aloha. Yeah, I get it. Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Fucking hell. Thank you, Confused Goose, for the 4 months there. Cheers for that. Aloha indeed.
Is it possible to ban a Hat Films member?
For what? Just for speaking the people's jokes?
The people's
I'm
joke.
being silenced. I'm being cancelled. Trot. I'm going to go fully
You've been
into
pulled out.
my... I'm being targeted. I'm the victim. I'm not just the asshole. I'm definitely a victim.
I was
You
kicked
got
for being
pulled out,
idle.
Ross.
Oh,
You
man.
weren't doing anything. Were you?
Sorry, I was
were
looking
you
at the video.
Still
Wasn't I?
trying
I was-
Oh, you were. You were looking
Yeah.
at the fucking video.
Yeah.
What? You fucking loading the page on dial-up?
Yeah.
What you were getting?
Jesus Christ.
That's dial up.
Right. Should we quit out of the menu then?
Can do.
It looks like it says I'm in the same party as you now. Am I not?
You're in the same
Can't
party,
stand
but
with
we're in a
Smith.
game.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. That is.
That's all right.
That is the issue.
I'll just fucking leave. I'm out. I got another joke for you.
Okay. Throw out my way.
Um.
I better laugh, otherwise I'm leaving.
How do I leave? I can only. Oh, I can abandon match. There we go. Don't make me leave again.
I do want
Don't
to
you
go, Mr.
dare.
Frodo.
I'm banned for matchmaking for 5 minutes, so I can't join for 5 minutes.
Why you do this? Why you do
I think
this?
Smith's probably banned for matchmaking for 5 minutes as well.
What?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Was
If you pull out of a
ranked?
match without conceding,
I did
Even on
concede.
casual?
The rest of my team didn't. I surrendered.
me too, but I've got a 5 minute ban.
Well, sounds like it's your fault then, Christopher. Which
How? How is my fault?
Trot? Which bear is the most condescending?
Don't know.
A panda.
Fuck me. A panda bear.
Fuck's sake.
God damn. I'm literally unsubbing. Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's fair enough.
Aw.
Like, you know. We understand.
A panda.
That's so condescending.
What's the last?
They technically got the answer wrong because the bear's not called a pan, is it?
Yeah. No,
Technically?
it's true. What did Tennessee? The same thing Arkansas.
That's literally just using the last fucking syllable of those states.
Yeah, it made you laugh, didn't it?
Yeah.
God, there are some terrible ones though. I'm filtering a lot of these out, by the way. These are the gems. I'm doing a
These are
public
the
service.
gems.
These are the gems.
Hilarious jokes of.
Yeah, so that video gets about 30,000 views a month.
He's still
Just
on it.
I'm just looking through the stats. I'm curious.
Deep. He's gone deep on the
In
analytics.
the last year, it's the last 365 days, it's had 1 million views.
It's nuts.
That's
How's the ad revenue on that? Is that keeping us afloat?
Well, it's done all right for a year.
Wow.
It's done better than I expect, to be honest.
Are we millionaires yet, Ross?
No.
God damn it. What's the point?
Unfortunately, not.
Um,
not millionaires.
knock.
Sorry, mate. Reflect.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow. Yeah. Right. want to hear some of the funniest coronavirus jokes from fatherly.com?
Yes, please.
Fatherly.
Why do they call it the novel coronavirus? It's a long story.
Novel. Nice.
But then some of these are just fucking just awful. Like, you know what they say about 2020? It went viral faster than anyone thought it would. Like, that's just not funny. It's shit. What's the best
Yeah.
way to avoid touching your face? A glass of wine in each hand.
So bad. Isn't it?
What do you get when you combine a rhetorical question and a joke?
I don't know.
That's it.
That's it.
Right.
That's yeah, that is it, isn't it?
Oh, these are awful. Did you hear about the Italian chef who died?
No.
He passed away.
Oh, nice.
Pasta.
Nice. That's so good.
Sake. How many more are there? There more?
Oh, there's always more.
I'm
Two
about to...
muffins were sitting in an oven. One turned to the other and said, "Wow, it's pretty hot in here." The other one shouted, "Wow, a talking muffin."
I love those ones. I do like those ones.
I just spat everywhere. Oh.
Thank you to HL Mad Larkin for 20 months, saying Chocolate Boys for life. Been a fun 20 months. Here's to many more. Well, thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
And
thank you.
here's a joke for you. The Roman emperor's wife hates playing hide and seek because wherever she goes, Julius Caesar.
I hate the ones that don't make grammatical sense. It just ends.
Oh, man. Let's see. What we got here? Why did the orange lose the race?
Because
It ran out of juice.
I ran out of juice. No. So you're saying that it expends juice to move?
I'm not saying anything. I'm reading these. How,
Mm.
and some of them are written poorly. How you fix a broken pumpkin? One of these says
Yeah.
with a pumpkin patch.
Fuck. I mean, I don't know what you call a small spillage from a pen, but I have an inkling.
That's a good one. What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Two windmills are standing on a wind farm. One asks, "What's your favorite type of music?" The other says, "I'm a big metal fan."
Some of these are so bad, though. Jesus. Stop looking for the perfect match. Use a lighter.
Nice. Nice.
It's bad.
That's awful. What does that even mean?
Oh, I don't- yeah. Look, there's no context to it at all. It's just yeah.
What's red and bad for your teeth?
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
A brick.
It
God,
is
yeah.
bad.
I'm so good at sleeping that I do it with my eyes closed.
Nice.
Oh dear.
What do you call a pencil with two erasers? Pointless.
Pointless. Nice. Well, apart from the fact that if you had another pencil, I suppose. God, trolling these joke websites is a fucking minefield, isn't it?
It's
It's
just
awful.
awful. Some of these.
Yeah.
Just so bad. What did the plumber say to the singer? Nice pipes. Awful. Terrible joke. It's not a joke.
What kind of tea is hard to swallow? Reality.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier.
So
I
shit.
glossed over it.
Oh man.
This is what we've reduced ourselves to.
Yeah.
Telling shit jokes.
I'm reading an anti-gravity book. I can't put it down.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Why can't a nose be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a foot.
What's Forrest Gump's password?
One forest, one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know his password.
He needs to change it. He really needs to get some sort of password organizer.
Cracking open a cold one with the lance means something very different if you're a necrophiliac.
There's no good ones left. There's like a page of hundreds on here, and they're all so bad.
Oh. Jokes at what they
Hopefully with
like.
that little refresher, we've now become amazing at Rocket League, and we're going to get even more screamers
Massively.
in. It's going to be a goal fest. Okay.
It's going to be pretty
Goal
wild,
after
yeah.
goal after goal.
I mean, quite a few of them have been goal fests.
Yeah, they
We've had
have
some pretty
actually.
high
There has
scoring
been
games.
some 5-0, 6-0 here
It's
and there.
stomps and stompings. You know how it goes.
Oh, that looks pretty promising for them.
Yeah, that's in.
No!
Was wasn't in straight away, but yeah.
Yeah, that's classic. What do you call it? None on a hike. Roman Catholic. Roman Catholic, really.
Have you heard of Murphy's Law? Yes. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. What about Cole's Law? No. It's a thin sliced cabbage dripped in mayonnaise and sour cream.
Oh, I fucking hate coleslaw, man.
That's good. I like coleslaw.
It makes me want to yak.
Depends on the coleslaw.
Yak.
Depends on the coleslaw.
Don't like
But
the
yeah,
texture.
it's a bit weird. So much mayonnaise. Ugh. There is a lot of mayonnaise. In
No,
a
I
traditional
can't.
I don't like traditional
Yeah.
coleslaw. I only really like sort of, different takes on it. It's just too much fucking mayo. Ugh.
Yeah, he's up on the mayo a bit.
Nothing beats mayo in a garlic mayo inside a donut. There. Nothing beats that.
There's something special about that combo.
good? That really got you.
Fuck. I don't like
Maybe.
mayo anyway, and like just to have it. The garlicky taste was the thing that really lingered after that, man.
Oh. The way that you like chomped down the spicy. Was the yum yum even that spicy? I've got a lot
It
of
was,
hot
yeah,
sauce
no,
in it.
I got the heat from that one, the Tabasco sauce, but like, yeah, it wasn't anywhere near as bad as the mayo taste. It's just that taste was really,
He doesn't like mayo.
no.
That's why you don't like coleslaw.
That's exactly why, yeah.
There you go.
Just this little sloppy cabbage.
The wedding was so beautiful. Even the cake was in tears.
You like that one a lot. That's, you're gonna be
It's just
bringing that
so
one out.
shit.
Oh fuck me, it went right over me. Right, we got 2 goals, but what about 10 goals? No one's
it's
told
meant
you
to be
about
a-
10.
Meant to be a
Goal.
goal fest, right? That was
Yeah.
what we were calling it.
Fest,
yeah, we're
festival of
recommending it.
goals.
Come on down to Goal Fest. Fucking hell.
He's in centre.
It's in centre.
Oh,
Goal Fest. Fuck, I didn't quite get
early
to far
learning
enough.
centre. Look at
He
this.
called the name as well, Goalfest.
Goal.
He screamed Goalfest as he missed.
Go on, put it in. Put the bastard in. Goal
Go
Fest.
on, oh, no.
Fucking hell.
Goalfest.
You gotta shout Goal Fest before it
Fucking
goes in.
hell.
Come on down, celebrate Goal
Shit.
Fest.
No, they're
Coming
going to
shot,
score a goal.
coming
And
shot.
they're going to have their own goal fest.
They will.
Are we saying golf? Golfest?
Oh, shit. It's Goal Fest. You better come on down, Ross. If you don't come on down to Goal Fest, I'm going to be annoyed. There it is.
Shit.
There it is. There it is.
He's got
Boink.
it. Goal fest.
Goal
That's a goal.
Fest.
Why don't dinosaurs talk? Because they're dead.
Nice. Yeah, that's
What was the question?
Why don't dinosaurs talk?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Why is
dyslexic
Peter
man
Pan?
walks into a bra.
Oh, you got one. Go.
Sorry.
Say again. No, go.
That was it. No, that was it. A dyslexic man walks into a bra.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, man. Why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Classic. You have to have a little bit of knowledge about Peter Pan before that one lands, though. Although he never lands.
He never
So,
lands.
it doesn't really matter. Come on. Let's get more goals in this goal fest. 3's not enough.
No.
We need more goals.
Not
It's
really.
goal fest.
Oh, here
Definitely
comes.
isn't
Go on, knock it in.
Goal
Goal
fest.
fest.
Goal
That's another one.
Go Flest.
Goal
You guys want to hear a
fest.
joke about construction? I'm still working on it.
Nice. Nice.
It's a hard knot. Nice.
You know what? You can't trust atoms. They make up everything.
Nice. Nice.
At a funeral, a man approaches the widow and asks, "May I say a word?" The widow says, "Of course." The man stands up and says, "Plethora." The widow replies, "Thanks, that means a lot."
Boink.
Yeah, Goal Fest.
Fest.
It's Goal Fest.
It's
You're
Goal Fest,
tuning
ladies
into
and
Goal Fest right now. We're scoring them. It's 5-1 with 1 minute to go.
What do you call an everyday ordinary potato? A commentator.
How do you throw a party in outer space?
Don't know.
You plan it.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. Thank
Guy
you.
walks into a bar and orders a fruit punch. Bartender says, "Pal, if you want a punch, you'll have to stand in line." The guy looks around, but there is no punch line.
Oh, fuck.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Don't know.
To get to the idiot on the other side. Knock knock.
Who's there?
The chicken.
Yeah.
Why couldn't the girl swing?
She had no arms or legs.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Not the girl, the chicken.
Again? I told you to
Again.
go away. I told you I'm not buying
Time to
chicken.
fuck off. Fuck
It's
off,
weird,
chicken.
frankly, that you're selling it as a chicken. Why are you selling door-to-door chicken? Classic Goalfest jokes.
This is so
A man goes into a
Goalfest.
pet shop to buy a parrot. The shop owner points to 3 identical-looking parrots on a perch and says, "The parrot on the left costs $500. The man looks aghast. "Why does that parrot cost so much?" asks the man. The owner says, "Well, the parrot knows how to use a computer." The man then asks about the next parrot on and learns it costs $1,000. Because, and you guessed it, it can do everything the first parrot can do. Plus, it knows how to use the Unix operating system, which is a real plus. People are really looking for parrots
Wow.
to do that these days. Naturally,
Yeah.
the increasingly startled man asks about the third parrot, only to be told that it costs $2,000. And the guy, needless to say, begs this question, "Well, what can that parrot do?" To which the owner replies, "To be honest, I've never seen it do anything, but the other 2 call him boss."
Fuck's sake. Oh. Fuck's sakes. Oh, we got a Twitch username being broadcast as one of the players' usernames. That's a really effective way of marketing.
It is.
I can't wait to
All
check
the
that
most
channel out.
successful Twitch streamers use their username as their Twitch channel. And vice versa.
I think we've been missing a trick.
I think we
Yeah.
have.
Not all 3 of us can have the same
Well, we can
channel,
all put.
though.
Well, can we all put it at the end? Just put our films. HF.
And
So
guaranteed
that'll
to
be
get
enough.
stream sniped.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I buy all my guns from a guy named T-Rex. He's a small arms dealer.
Nice. That would be a great name for a small arms dealer, though.
Yeah, really would.
T-Rex.
T-Rex guns.
Yeah.
We got small arms.
I'm dealing with pistols and subbies only.
Subbies.
Subbies.
Oh, what a shot.
Shit. Thank you very much, Martin. Martin K. 94. Thank you for the 5 gifty subs there. Very generous of you. If you received one of those gift subs just now, make sure to thank Martin. All right. That's a deal.
Thanks, Martin.
Good.
But
Hey,
I'm
Martin.
not one of the lucky gift receivers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm still thanking them.
Oh, Goalfest
Shit.
is on.
Oh, this is a
it's turning
reverse
around.
goal
It's
fest.
turning
now.
around.
Welcome to Goal Glut, where you come after just the absolute mania that was Goal Fest. You've come now to rearrange your perspective a little bit and watch your favorite team get hammered. It's Goal
Yeah.
Glut 2021.
What do you think the difference is between a good meal and a good time?
Don't know.
It's where you put the cucumber.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't like cucumber very much.
Okay, well, leave it out then.
All right.
Don't have the cucumber then.
What do you do with it to get a good time?
Um,
If somebody gave you a cucumber, what would you do with it? to have a good time. Hollow it out. Try and use it sort of like a crude apple bong.
Maybe
Yeah,
do
put like a
that
concave
chef
piece
trick
of
where
glass
you
at the end
can
of it.
curl it. Do that
Cucumber
huge like,
telescope.
You're having a cucumber telescope. Try, there's no lenses in it though. It's not magnifying anything.
That's what I said. I put a concave lens on the end.
Oh, you would.
Amazing.
Right.
that is
God.
quite an
That's
elaborate.
a really good time.
Sounds pretty fun, doesn't it?
Fucking hell.
I also said concave, which would make everything
Goal
smaller.
fest.
Look through my smallening device.
This
Wow.
makes everything tiny. Very hard to
Really
see.
far away. A crazy the wife says to her husband that moose are falling from the sky. The husband says, it's reindeer. Although there's some
Such a mansplainer.
slight tropey elements to it, but there we go. I know it's probably not intended.
How do you make an octopus laugh?
I don't know. You tickle it?
With tentacles.
Tentacles, specifically.
Oh my god.
Doesn't an octopus have 8? That's why it's called an octopus
Yeah, but you
and
can
not
give it
like
10.
a...
Yeah, you gotta tickle it more times than it has tentacles, right?
Yeah.
Right,
on.
I guess. Stupid.
So no rule.
What if you turn it on the lens around? Yeah, it's curved on both sides, yeah. It thins in the middle dramatically.
Goalfest?
I wish it was.
This isn't a goal
Still
fest,
2
is
minutes.
it?
Still 2 minutes.
That's
we
not
can have
very
Goalfest.
goal fest of you.
It's very big
shit.
down.
Of course I remembered the goals, Mark.
Organic goal.
These are organic goals.
No!
Picked out.
That looked like I scored it, but it was a deflection.
Fuck's sake, Jeremy. How could you forget fucking goals at Goalfest? You fucking idiot. You really are an asshole. You know that? Of course I remembered the goals, Mark. They're in the oven.
We had a subscription here from Cuddard CI or something? CJ? 13 months is saying, what's the difference between jam and jelly? You can't jelly a hamster up your ass.
Jam and jelly, right? No,
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
That's that's a nice passage, Stumpy.
I'm glad he's
I'm not sure I can say it without fear of being referenced another time, but I've certainly said other things that's definitely going to get referenced if I ever have to be destroyed. I'm sure the
Oh, you're easy to cancel.
it's so easy. I mean, like, you know, I mean, let's not even start with the pervert sympathizing.
Goalfest.
Goalfest.
Thank you, Shambles Sham, for the sub. It's a fresh prime sub there. Thank you. Kasowski, thank you for the 14 months.
Thank you.
I don't hate children. I just don't like them by default. Little bastards.
Was that a joke?
No, somebody said my hatred of... Cobalt said my hatred of children for one.
I think it's pretty normal to hate all children other than the ones you actually produce, right?
I don't think so. I don't think it's normal
Nah,
to, like, just hate children.
they are
I don't know. I
fucking
hate...
weird.
not hate. Hate is such a strong word that we overuse too much.
Oh,
or it
God.
should be anyway.
Kill, right? That's probably
Yeah.
a better term.
You know, I have
Fine,
no
good
particular... I don't find babies particularly cute. I don't find
them
children cute.
yeah. No.
I don't care what they do. They're
I get
just...
angry at how stupid they are. And
Yeah.
I know it's not their fault, but I
You're
just
so
feel like, God, you
stupid.
blundering idiot.
Why don't
Look
you
at
know things?
God,
Idiot.
why don't you just stumbling around dribbling? God, you're an annoyance.
Oh, what's that smell? You're 8 years old and you shit your pants again?
8.
Stop shitting yourself. Stop wearing diapers at 8. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Cobalt. That's fine. Don't worry.
Come
A
on.
man goes to the circus. After the show, he speaks to the manager and asks for a job. All right, what can you do? The manager asks. I can do a great bird impression, the man replies. Psh, a lot of people can do that. The guy says, oh, well. And he flies away.
For fuck's sake. Oh, well, and flies away.
Oh well, slides off.
That's so dumb. God just has no grounding in reality.
Oh well.
It's a funny image.
I thought you were gonna say like something like, you know, the guy says I can do a pretty good impression of a bird, and the guy replies, well, no, we've got plenty of people to do that. And so then the bird guy just goes and takes a shit on his car. You know, like a bird.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's a good job I took a shit in your car then. But obviously it's not as well written or timed.
Course, yeah, no, it works.
And it hasn't got the absurd sort of level of what you just said as well. It's just the absurdity as well tickles the imagination somewhat. A flight of fancy, if you will. What did the full glass say to the empty glass? You look drunk. What's a potato's favourite form of transportation? The gravy train.
Oh my god.
That's actually on the same list.
Jesus. Yeah, there's some really bad ones here. Like, dogs can't operate MRI machines, but cats can.
They can.
Like it's
Clever
one of those
bastard.
fucking shitty grammar ones.
Yeah, why not?
Puns.
Why not?
Cat scan.
Cats can.
Cat scan what? Cat scan what?
Why should you
Cat
never
scan
marry a
results came
tennis
back.
player?
Sorry, mate.
Why should you never marry a tennis player?
Don't know. Why
Because
not?
love means nothing to them.
Pavlov walks into a bar. His phone rings and he says, "Damn, I forgot to feed the dog." so shit. I couldn't do stand up.
Fuck no, man.
Just break down like that every time.
It's just like,
God, he's so fucking funny though. Eh?
Yeah, I'm good,
Jesus.
aren't I?
fucking hell. Guys,
he's
you're gonna enjoy this so much that I'm gonna have a hard time keeping it together tonight.
There's so many good ones. Halfway through, I literally will not be able to continue on.
I can't finish it. I can't finish this set. Sorry, good night everybody.
I'm,
so
I'm
funny.
done. Enjoy your evening.
20 quid,
No
wasn't it?
refunds, no refunds.
No refunds. Oh, bastard.
Come on.
Woo.
Oh, not quite on target.
It's coming back in. Nice. Here comes Ross with a huge hit.
Oh, knocked it to the
Wow.
left. Sorry, yep. Shit angle.
I watched Frankie Boyle's bit today about the good old days. Have you seen that when he's talking
I don't know if
about?
I have.
He was talking. He's like talking about some of these. It was a while ago. He was talking about UKIP. He's talking about UKIP, and he's like, God, what is it with some of these people talking about the good old days? And he's like, yeah, you remember the good old days when you used to go down to the pier and everyone felt really weak because you all had polio, and you know, he goes, and you'd go down to the beach with your family, and your brother would disappear because he's abducted. Ah, the good old days. He goes, no forensic evidence, so he just disappears, and you never see him again. Yeah, it's just. And like, and we all thought the pier was a great time because we had no fucking money. Like, the good old days. It's quite funny.
Oh, nice. Freebie.
Boing. Goalfest! It's Goalfest time. 3-0. It's really soccer to him.
What do wooden whales eat?
Plankton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A ton of
You got
planks. Plankton. Doesn't sound right, does it?
The Pentagon was originally going to be just a square, but the contractor kept cutting corners.
Nice.
I ate a clock the other day. It was very time consuming.
I could see that playing out as you read it. So, yeah.
I didn't finish eating a
4-0.
clock. I ran out of time. I don't know. Maybe that could work as an alternative. Maybe not.
It kind of works. They
Leave it
both
to these
work.
experts on best dad jokes. Oh, an opportunity! Oh, Christ!
Oh, it's still going strong. It's still in there. It's still
Knock it in, son.
going.
Little knock. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh, Christ.
Son of a gun.
Wow. Everyone's missing. There it goes.
Take it all the way, son. Not helped you at all.
Oh, they managed to pin that right back in.
yeah,
Boom.
nicely done.
Goalfest! You're back for another year here at Goalfest. It's like any kind of Ubisoft-produced sports game. It's really loud, and there's too much talking.
I searched a list of 10 puns to find one that made me laugh. No pun intended.
That must be hard. Much like we are. All three of us, every stream.
Rock solid, you have to be.
You have to be, otherwise you just can't get that
Lenny-
edge.
Yeah. We learned
Don't lose
from
your
Lenny
edge, man.
Kravitz. If you want to be a rock star, you have to have a bloody big fat cock ring on.
Fucking rock on, yeah. Hey, I want to be a rock star.
The lyric, I want to get
Kravitz
away,
me, baby.
is based off of his tortured penis.
Boom! Goalfest.
They say 3 out of 2 people are bad at fractions.
Nice. Well, they say 80% of statistics are made up on the spot.
Nice.
We
Nice.
goal-fested the shit out of that one. Goal-fest! I'm worried for the calendar because its days are numbered.
So bad.
I used to play piano by ear, but now I use my hands.
What kind of pants did Mario and Luigi wear? Denim, denim, denim.
That's awful.
Yeah, it is. Why can't Chuck Norris use the internet? Because he won't submit. It doesn't really make sense, that one. Still on the list, though.
I just don't trust stairs. They're always up to something.
They are.
That's a classic.
What did the right eye say to the left eye? Honestly, something between you and me smells.
2 fish are in a tank.
Yeah.
And then one says to the other, "You man the guns, I'll drive!"
Yeah. And then they fight a fish war for 30 years. The fish fought against the amphibians. Frog after frog after frog, mother after father after son after daughter. Generations of fish kind were killed in the frog-fish wars. But just for those 2 brave fish in the tank, they climbed in, sequestered it, converted it for submarine use, and they fought to their last. 6 million frogs died that day, and they rose from their tank victorious. He turns to the other fish and he says, "Brother."
To this day, we don't know their names. I'm
We
Mark
don't know
Graves.
their names. They are the unknown fish tankers.
I could have a really good jokey payoff, and I can't think of it.
Oh,
Goal fest!
Looks like we might be on for a goal
We
fest
are
here, folks.
smashing goal fest.
Sell in. Who doesn't love a goal fest? Oh, nice. Unknown soul, dear.
You know, like the whole man walks into a bar thing. Hilarious,
Yeah.
right? What about Baby Seal walks into a club?
Nice.
It modernised it, doesn't it, really?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little. They love clubs.
Person with a university degree walks into an employment office.
Very good. Very current.
God, that's gonna be stuck in my head now.
Denim.
Denim.
God, that's such a bad joke.
Why don't we see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it.
I like ones that create an absurd image in my mind.
Yeah.
That's what I like. As the man flew away. Oh. Oh well.
Tell you stand up you'd love then, Trot. You'd love Noel Fielding's stand up.
No, because he's on stage trying to recreate those images,
Oh man,
and he fails at it.
that hurt to watch. There was a specific one where he was being a fly at one point, and it just doesn't translate
Goldfest.
on stage in the way I think that he thought it was going to. And, oh man.
You can't edit around that one.
Yeah, but he does a lot of character stuff, like when you consider like Mighty Boosh, which involves dressing up as absurd things and weird
being an
creatures and
abstract
stuff.
thing.
But doing it on stage, oh man.
I'm not even that keen on Mighty Push, I will say.
Yeah, it's it's very bizarre, isn't it? But
It's just a lot of misses and very few hits.
yeah, it's very strange humor, but
All right, final game. Let's really Goldfest this one up. Let's Goldfest the shit out of this one.
how does the moon cut his hair? He clips it.
Nice.
He clips it. Very good. Oh, Goldfest! Come on.
So true. Funny how it seems. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Oh, God, Jesus, sorry. 2 days in a row now. I like to get really, like, fascinated by certain things, trying to create, like, the best roast potato and things like that. Like working on it and having,
Right.
like, trying to create
Like science.
perfect staples, yeah, and, like, really looking at it and working out, like, what produces the best flavor and
Yeah, did you
texture
try
and all
chicken
that sort of
bovril
stuff.
yet?
I
No.
haven't fucking found it.
No, I
anywhere.
can't find it anywhere anymore. I don't know where to find it.
I've
Same.
been trying to find it. I've used other like
What
stuff
are you-
to substitute, but
I can't find it either.
anyway.
I genuinely can't.
Well, maybe that's the thing. I haven't seen it in the supermarket in ages. So
Send it in. Our PO box is
He needs
in our
chicken
video
bovril.
descriptions. We need chicken bovril stats.
but my latest obsession is grilled cheese.
Oh,
So I'm making grilled cheese at the moment.
just
which is
grilling
basically-
cheese on its
It's
own?
no, grilled cheese is like a cheese toasty.
Cheese toasty,
Ultimately,
yeah.
we call
Yeah,
it a
yeah.
cheese toasty, right?
Yeah.
But I'm making it in a specific way. So I'm using like sourdough toast and like Jarlsberg cheese and things like that to like try and create like a really nice one. So today I made one that had a little bit of Dijon mustard, Jarlsberg cheese, and a little bit of sweet chili jam in it.
Right.
And then I laid it up with some sourdough bread I got from somewhere. And then you put butter on the outsides of the bread.
Of course.
And then you cook it in a pan with a lid over the top. So I've been
yeah,
like
yeah.
toasting these bad boys. They're coming out really good.
Yeah,
I will say it.
I can
And
imagine,
I've
yeah.
basically made a very good toasty, and now that's 2 toasties in a row I've made, and I'm going to start getting really fat again.
I was going to say there's
I thought
so
this was a
limits
setup
the
for a
amount of
joke.
toasties.
Oh no, it's just
But it's nice to make a good one now and again. Yeah, doing it on the hobs or the pan is like one of the better ways, right?
yeah. And then you like press it down every so often as well.
Mm.
But I mean, it's grilled cheese. I mean, you can use other cheeses, but I had some of this Jarlsberg because it was, I don't know, just bought it the other day. And thought that could be good for toasties. And it is, but it isn't very flavorful, I will say. It's a bit more sort of just like a very
Nice, Goldfest.
middle of the road cheese, sort of nutty, a little bit nutty. Yeah, we're all just a couple of toasties away. We are from substantial weight gain.
In your 30s, yes. It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
It's so hard to take it off again.
But it's also really important to use like decent sourdough that's quite moist for
Right, I
these,
don't know
because
why
then you
I
still
hit
Ross,
that.
are you actively on the enemy?
No, I didn't mean to. That
enemy's
was
team.
just a mistake.
you need to get that crunch,
Many mistakes.
but
Yeah.
also have moisture left in the bread so it's not
Yeah, you don't
dry.
want it to be
Yeah,
sogged.
you
But
don't-
with sourdough, it's quite easy to get a good crunch off.
Yeah, it is.
Like
yeah,
sourdough.
that's what's yeah, it really is. That's what's so good about it. But yeah, that's what I've been interested in recently. But I think I've already nailed it. So now I just need to look at like cheese combinations.
Might try 4 cheeses, maybe 5.
Ooh, I mean, I really want to experiment with like blue cheese.
And I like,
you know,
I like
put
to
a
think you've been grating the cheese.
I actually haven't with the Jarlsberg because it's such a soft cheese, it doesn't need it. But if you're using cheddar and stuff, yeah. Apparently grating it is
For
important.
melting, yeah. Definitely
Yeah.
get better results.
But then again, I am using a pan that's got like a really good lid on it, so a clear lid. So
No excuses.
that's another tip.
Hit 0.
It increases the ambient heat, which melts the cheese and also toasts the bread. So if you do it in an open pan, you're counting on just the heat coming up from the base to melt the cheese. But if you put a lid on the pan, then the pan's air heats up and it melts the cheese like an oven. So there's another little
Nice.
hack.
Every time that I make grilled cheese or toasted sandwiches or whatever, it always comes out a bit burnt,
Oh, really?
and I get a really serious stomach ache. So I guess I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh,
Nice. Managed to flip that one around into an actual joke. God, I don't know how we didn't get that one.
I mean, I thought it was a joke, but I couldn't tell how it was going to go. So no, I liked it. Lactose intolerant is it's good.
Oh no!
It's working for the enemy.
No, I didn't hit that one in. I was just,
He didn't.
I just set them
Just
up.
unfortunately, they got. I mean, they did well to get that.
Good little touch.
I was wondering why frisbees keep getting bigger and bigger. Then it hit me.
It's good. It's good.
Mayo on the outside though, I'm not putting mayonnaise on the outside of a fucking cheese toasty. That is too much.
I don't
That
know.
is too
mayo.
much.
But it's a good lubricant.
Oh yeah, butter's
don't use-
fine. Oh yeah, I mean I use liquid butter on the outside to create an even coating of butter as well. So you melt the butter a little bit
My God.
and sort of soaks into the bread. It creates a very greasy toasty, but
He's
it's
stressing
excellent.
try. He's just gone back to Huel for God's sake.
Yeah, sorry.
He's bloody
And also, like, when
salivating
you're on-
over there. He's like, oh.
When you're on Huel stuff, you always really like crave cheese. I find like when I did the fast, I was like the thing I wanted the most was bread
my
and cheese by
God.
the end of it. Fucking hell, what a
Oh.
shot! What a fucking shot
Managed to
that
get
was.
past all of us. Flying in the
Goal
sky.
Goal fest.
Goal
It's
fest
a
for them.
goal glut.
How much would I have to pay you, Ross, to eat garlic mayo off a spoon?
I don't know. Maybe it would. I would probably throw up.
Would you sooner eat
Like I
dry
would definitely
worms
gag.
than
There's
mayo?
something about it that just triggers a vom reflex.
Yeah, there are certain foods that do that
It's
for
just
me
it
too.
just does it. The
Yeah.
garlic is just an added. I mean, I could do it,
How much?
but I don't know. I'd say a silly high number just so that I didn't have to. Like,
Alright.
Did you have to? Have you ever had a doner
5K.
kebab with garlic mayo?
no,
Well,
no, I don't like garlic mayo.
do you like doner kebabs? Or did you once upon a time like doner kebabs?
I thought they were alright, but like I didn't have many of them.
What do you usually go for on a night out?
don't know, like a burger or something, really.
Yeah.
It was never really that. I mean, I had occasional kebabs. Occasional kebabs.
Ketchup.
I mean,
What?
I've harkened back to that time that you had that lamb doner that the cabbie suggested.
It's like a
It was like-
Christmas meal.
He was like, oh, mate, you want to go to this place, specific place, for a nice kebab?
Get a lamb doner.
Get a
Ask
lamb
for a
doner.
lamb doner. Make sure you
Cover
get
it in
all the
mint
trimmings,
sauce.
Wink. And then get it mint sauce.
Yeah.
It was just like a Christmas lamb dinner.
And then when you had it, drop,
wasn't. It fucking wasn't.
no,
I
it
don't
really.
know what kind of roast he has.
Oh, that's fucked.
You learned a lesson there that day, not to necessarily
did.
trust the advice
taxi
of a
drivers'
stranger at that time.
Tastes.
Yeah,
Um,
just like a
Just
roast.
like a Christmas dinner.
Yeah, you had no idea what his previous Christmas dinners were like, but now you have an idea. So they're just like a
Just
kebabby.
delicious.
cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream today.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of broccoli.
Have we got any further subbies to read out? or are we
There's
all
a
good?
couple here. In
on
fact,
then.
just one final one here from McMoonbeam. He's a 10-month saying, not blinking enough from screen time. Try this. Let me just see what this says first. Search on
That's
YouTube
it.
for a 7-second interval timer. Play on loop in the background until you form the habit. Or make your own WAV file and audio workstation.
So you're saying that we blink to a timer until it becomes an involuntary action.
Right.
Have you got any studies on this?
Blink to a timer.
Literally blink to a 7-second timer until it like just becomes innate. I think
Sounds-
I blink when I need to.
I was going to say, like,
Uh,
is it that much
We
of a
don't
problem
know,
that you're
that's the
like, I'm
problem.
staring
You're
too
right.
often?
We're not blinking enough.
Not when we're on a computer. Yeah, you're right.
Trot, that reservation you sent me is for like now, by the way, so I need to go.
Oh, I thought it was tomorrow.
No, it's today at 5 o'clock.
Oh my god.
Okay, well,
Fuck's sake.
that's
My bad. I thought it was tomorrow. Sorry.
well. Thanks for watching. Who should we raid? Let us know in chat. We'll be back tomorrow.
North Korea.
So thanks for joining us. We will raid North Korea. They've just supposedly been testing some hypersonic missiles out, so that's nice of them, isn't it? Lovely. Any suggestions in chat? Casual, is he on? I'm gonna go casual immediately.
Why not? Treat
So
yourself.
thanks for watching the stream. Go enjoy casuals. Send him some love, and we'll see you tomorrow. So bye.
Bye, everybody.
for
Have a
now.
great day.
Bye.
Bye.